drenched in sweat.
Fuck 'em up, you moist maniacs!
Yo, what's up, guys? How is it going, everyone? Hello, hello. Good to see you, chat. Good to see you. Thank you for all love and support. It's going all right. It's going all right. I was taking care of some IRL stuff, but nothing too crazy today. I appreciate the love. Thank you, chat. I see you voice mobbing it up for all the supporters. Man, the lights. I was like, you know, getting my little stream area set up, and it was just like the lights were going off and on like crazy while I was getting set up. I appreciate the kindness, you guys. Thanks for being here. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you. It was feeling, you know, a little bit low energy, all that kind of stuff, but I knew that, you know, gotta hang out with you guys, get some energy. Leech that energy from the chat. So it's good to be here. Good to see you guys. I hope that your Friday night / Saturday morning is going well. I hope that life's treating you well, all that good stuff, and that you're able to actually relax this weekend. No, not bleach us, leech us. Leeching that energy. Yes, we are playing noita'd today. For those who are curious, today is a noita'd addiction day. I haven't played noita'd in a little bit after, you know, going through some stuff with the family. All that crap, haven't got to play noita'd at all. And so I'm looking forward to just a chill noita'd day. Likely we're going to jump into the daily run and probably just do like a chill run, like a 31 orb daily run. I think is likely what we're going to do. It's not going to be the most challenging or crazy thing ever, but it's just a fun, you know, adventure to go on to just kind of relax in the lands of noita'd, you know? 31 orbs is chill. How do I get to this level? Don't worry, Keinoku, you'll get there. I mean, noita'd is one of those things where there's like this threshold that your noita'd run passes where the early game is the struggle. But once you pass that threshold where you kind of become like a god run, at that point you just do whatever the hell you want. So I do want to pass the threshold of getting to the god run status where I'm really strong. But then once I'm getting to god run status, I'm not really going to do a lot with it, which is 31 orb is not really doing a lot with it. Something crazier would be like the Sun Quest, or maybe going to like deep new game pluses, doing all boss stuff, that kind of stuff. But instead we're just going to be chilling with the 31 orb. Dodgy says, has it been a while since you've streamed, or have I just been missing them? Heads up, Dodgy. I end up missing 3 streams in a row. So I missed my Saturday stream, and then I'm usually off, you know. I did miss a Saturday stream, right? Sorry, my days are all jacked up, but because there was a death in the family and stuff, so there's been all this. It's been kind of a crazy world over here. Obviously, you know, just sad times and all that, and you know, dealing with the girlfriend, you know, having to help her out and everything. So it's been a little bit, you know, low energy. Definitely not been in that streamer vibe, you know, where you're just like, hey, I want to goof around and hang out, but you know, after a little while, I just, you know, streaming kind of becomes a little bit of an escape, right? Something to kind of pick up my energy and hang out with you guys. So yeah, I was missing for a little bit. Definitely was not fun stuff. I really would have rather been just like, you know, not had that stuff going on in my world and just getting to hang out with you guys. But sometimes real life has other plans for you. So I was dealing with that for a bit, but I'm back now. And yeah. She's doing all right. You know, it was her dad that passed away. As good as somebody can be doing in that situation.
Hope your girlfriend is doing all right too, Dunk. She is the one really feeling the pain right now.
Exactly. So that's been the main thing, is just like, you know, I couldn't stream, not necessarily because I just like me. It was more like you have to be available, you know, for somebody, you know, if the girlfriend needs you and stuff. And so it's just one of those things. But she's doing all right. She's sleeping right now, so it's a good time to stream, you know, because she's not awake, and otherwise I'd just be sitting there, you know, thinking about streaming. Oh, appreciate the love. Yeah, she's doing all right, you know, as good as she could be. But yeah, I'm here to, you know, like I said, leech energy from you guys. I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. You know, life can't always be, you know, always great. Sometimes there's bad shit that happens, and you just gotta, you know, roll with it. Yep, life's like noita'd. You got a god run going. You're like, oh my god, this is perfect. And then boom, you turn one corner and you're fucked. And then you just got to pick up the pieces and go again.
I don't think you have any idea how many times you have been here for us when bad things happens on our lives, and you made it better.
Aw.
It's our turn to do the same.
You guys always make every day great. I appreciate you hanging with me. You know, it's always fun hanging with you guys, and you know, it just sucks when everything's. It feels extra weird, right? Because when something's going on in my world, first off, it's gets you down. It's a negative thing. You get kind of depressed. And then I have my usual daily dose of sweat hanging out with you guys. So then it's like a double negative because then I'm like over here, grieving. And then we also have no stream. So then I feel it twice as much. So it just feels good to get back into my routine because, some people have those routines that they, it's kind of soul sucking. I've worked a job that I didn't exactly enjoy and it could be soul sucking. But instead for me these days, I'm a man-child streamer and every day's fun hanging out with you guys. So to not get to do that.
Here are some emote suggestions to show your gratitude.
To not get to do that, it definitely messes with my mood even more, I get thrown out of my cycle. Okay, what the hell? What is this? Tito, okay, hold on. We are not. Yes, this is actually my exact routine whenever I'm getting ready for stream. I'm going live. I bust out all my, fishnet, thigh highs, all that kind of stuff. Nope. You do what you got to do. Listen, the streamer life is hard. It's a hard life. Where's the bulge? You don't know our suffering. Busting out the spandex. If your job is not soul-sucking enough, you could just play fair mod. Screw fair mod. Fair mod is bullshit. It's an abomination. I will always reject Death-chan. This will never be added, you filthy animals.
Sorry, I was a bit...
My phone accidentally switched to a Northernlion video 5 minutes ago and I didn't notice until now. Okay, first off, come on. All right, first off, we sound completely different. And not only that, but for real, come on. Chat even there's a difference in he's like bald,
Hey,
concentrated
sorry
bald.
to hear you've been having a hard time. Would pictures of me in the bathtub make you feel better?
Stale-bread, please. Please control yourself. Of course, yes. But Stale-bread, please. Good to see you, Stale-bread. Always good to goof around and, joke around with you guys. Life is better that way. Northernlion is the GOAT. This is a high compliment. Okay, I have a feeling they didn't mean it as a compliment. Northernlion is pretty badass, I'll give you that. But I think it was a comment on the hairline. I have a feeling it was meant to be shit talk. Eat ice cream with chopsticks on stream? Ice cream with chopsticks?
How could you ever switch the two of them? Northernlion has more hair.
He has more hair? I don't think there's literally a strand of hair on his head, which is gotta be a lot of effort. I feel like he must every day, you guys saw that little preparing for stream picture where the person was putting on the fishnets and stuff. For Northernlion, I guess it's just a razor. Every day before stream, he just freshly shaved head, man. We had somebody bring up sushi versus pizza mere minutes ago. This stream will soon be indistinguishable from Northernlion. Wait, is that a regular discussion? I feel like if Northernlion is weighing in on that, he's definitely saying sushi. He's gonna be he's gonna compare pizza to being the taste of toddlers or some shit. He doesn't use a razor, he's just very bald. There's no way you're naturally that bald. You'll have some hair somewhere. You won't just be literally completely hairless. That's next level bald. Do you guys just have regular New York style pizza in Texas? You get a variety. The places will really try to advertise that. If that's their style, they try to be New York style pizza, where you get the flatter, massive slices of pizza. Then you got more of your just traditional pizzas. You got your places that try to be more authentic pizza, where if you order a pineapple on pizza, they slap you in the face and they throw you out of the building. Yeah, you get all kinds here. You get all kinds. That's what makes as I'm sure it's probably definitely true towards like Austin and Houston and stuff too, but up in towards Dallas and all that, we have a good variety. Like the food selection is pretty damn nice. You get everything. New York style is fine, but Chicago style is not pizza. I've never been crazy about the deep dish. I'm not like a huge deep dish kind of guy. I don't hate it though, but I just don't like, I'm not like hyped for it. Man, Northernlion loves pizza. His take is that women prefer sushi and men prefer pizza. Is that true of your girlfriend? Wait, really? Wait, what? What the hell is this take? Men prefer pizza and women... So wait, men prefer pizza, women prefer sushi. My brother would definitely say sushi. I knew it! I knew he was a woman. No, I mean... I think just in general, majority of people prefer pizza, but for those who are sushi enjoyers, they fucking love sushi, because sushi is one of those things that, like, I mean, I guess pizza can vary in price a lot too, but sushi gets crazy. Like, I don't even know if you can spend that. You could find a pizza place selling pizza at like the price tags that some sushi comes at, you know. Sushi is woo. Now, on the same end, my brother, you know, back when we were in college and stuff, he was getting real big into sushi. But being a college student, you don't exactly have a lot of money. So he was like, if you go for affordable sushi, that can get pretty dangerous. Because he actually went with some kind of back alley, all-you-can-eat sushi out of like a truck or some shit. I don't know where the hell he was getting this sketchy sushi, but it was very affordable. And he got food poisoning. And at the time, we both lived with my parents. Dude. I was the one truly suffering. Like, I was suffering with him having food poisoning, because I was like, Jesus Christ. He was pretty fucked up. And yeah, he was basically gonna shit himself or throw up at any second for like days. And it was you know, it was a scary life. Pretty much I had to wear a poncho at all times because it was explosive. And but I remember whenever he was sick from that sushi, you know, and he had that food poisoning, he was like, I will never eat sushi again. Like, he's laying there, curled up. I will never eat sushi again. It was literally like a week later, and he was like, about to go out for sushi or some shit. I was like, I thought you were never eating sushi again. He's like, well, I mean, I gotta have some sushi in my life. It's like, it's been 1 week. So... sushi must be high up on his food list to be like getting food poisoning from it, and then a week later you're like, gotta get back on. Gotta get back on the wagon. Neapolitan, that's the one that has like the huge slices of tomato and shit on it, right? I can't even remember what all makes it Neapolitan style, but I'm not a fan. I remember a long time ago being like, it ain't for me. Is that not the one? Well, he says what? Let me look. Let me pull it up. Neapolitan pizza. I guess it is in huge chunks of... Some of these look way more delicious than what I was picturing. I was picturing some shit like this. I was picturing some shit like this where you get like the chunks of tomato and all that. And I'm not I mean, like, I don't mind tomato sauces. I'm not against it. But I don't like chunky tomato sauces. I like the more of like the puree, you know what I'm saying? Since I saw the meat pics, Forrest, I did see the meat pics. That looks great. I know majority of you guys see that and you're like, oh hell yeah. But I'll show you what kind of pizza I like. Pizza, I'm gonna show you where it's at. Where's some good shit? I literally just Googled greasy pizza. I want that pizza that afterwards you look at the box and you're like, what have I done? Oh God, this was a mistake. I can't see any pizza that does it justice. Well, one of the signs is that the box afterwards, after you're done, it should look like this. That's a sign that you ate the right kind of pizza. In fact, it's even better if the cardboard has absorbed so much oil and grease that you can see through the box. That's bonus points. Inter said, oh my God. Sweet Jesus. I don't know, when I'm in a pizza mood, I'm usually like in just greasy, you know, give me that greasy pizza mood. Some of you guys eat like a lot of those like cleaner pizza where you're just like, You're putting a couple veggies on there. You don't want it very greasy. You don't want it too cheesy. You're just eating flavored bread. There was a place, looking at this pizza is getting me hungry for some pizza. There was a place near the college I went to. There was actually quite a few pizza places, but one was like that, supposed to be like authentic New York style, where you'd go in there and there's people, like the dudes in the back are shouting at each other in Italian and shit and all that, which their pizza was really good, except for the fact that like kind of ruined it for me, where like a dude had like something that was like kind of like a cell phone, but it was more like a tablet thing, and he'd be on it, and the way he would check when the pizzas are ready, like he'd be doing his like thing and he's waiting on the pizzas, and he would check the pizzas with his hand. So I remember being a little bit like, I couldn't enjoy my pizza anymore after I saw that. I was like, damn it. And I never went back. But I had been there several times before that. I liked it. But yeah, he would be there. He'd be doing his thing. And then the pizza would get ready. He would do his fingers on the pizzas. He'd go like he would like just touch them with his finger. And then he'd go, and you see like he'd go, oh, he'd pull his hand back. I guess it was like too hot. He'd be like, and then he would yell something. And he'd be like, oh, like one of the orders are ready. But yeah, I was like, I don't trust the sanitization of that phone or whatever the hell that thing was. Noita'd opening. I'm gonna wait. Did it just? Oh, it must be a. I'm sure it was just a mod update. Don't go getting your hopes up. I saw the download for a moment and I thought,
really
oh.
wish you guys could see this guy.
Mods. Seed changer. Can I paste into this? Does it allow me to paste? It does not. Cool. All right. 21158111417. All right. We have that. Apply. Apparently, this seed, we're gonna check it out real quick to see what is in the first zone that makes it so insane. It's 100% cracked seed. It's actually insane. I'm excited to check this out. How many Stendaris do you think are going to be in the first biome of this cracked seed? Honestly, I don't know what to expect. With you guys these days, you're wild cards. You guys are just insane. Thank you, MOBA. Appreciate you. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave out any supporters, because Savagery, we're about to check out the seed that he was wanting us to peep at. We're just going to check it out. I don't think we're going to do anything crazy unless it is really that insane of a seed. All right, let's check this out.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Drenched in sweat. What's up there, Squared? Wampa Squared with the 15-monther, finally up late enough to catch a stream. How's it going, Wampa? I was to. Oh, it looks like it's the. Oh, it's the. Is it the extremely lucrative or the lucrative one? That's the question. This is actually a regular seed that somebody could run into just randomly. Savagery. Oh, it's the extremely lucrative. Yeah. This one is the much more rare. Yeah, it's very rare to get this start. In fact, if you're curious what are the odds of having this as your very first biome modifier, you can actually see it on the wiki. Where are we? Extremely lucrative. I love gold.
The look of it, the taste of it, the smell of it, the
You sense lucrative opportunities. You sense extremely lucrative opportunities. In the first zone, it says it is a.
This guy right now, he is
according to the wiki, it's a 0.0026%. So 0.0026%. Basically, not gonna happen.
Smash.
But Savagery, how did Savagery say if he stumbled across this, or did he do like a seed finder for it? That's kind of, yeah, a little rare. I stumbled in it just playing. Dude, that's crazy. That is actually crazy. 26 in 1 million chance. Wait, is that correct? That doesn't sound, is that right? I don't think that sounds right. 26 in 10,000 is what Sleep Funk says. That sounds more correct. It is 26 in 1 million? What? Because it's 0.0026%, which means it would be if you actually convert that to decimal, it's 0.000026, which is 26 in 1 million. So the mistake was that somebody was doing the 0.0026, not considering it as a percent, and then okay. 26 in 1 million? Yo. That's crazy. Well, Savagery, you experienced you experienced an insane seed, my friend. Like I said, I don't think we'll play this one out, but it is fun to show off these seeds because, I mean, realistically, it will never happen organically on stream where I just, you know, stumble into something like this. These are crazy rare. 26 in a million. So it's about 1 in 40,000. How many deaths do you have, Chase? How many dunks do we need to find that seed? I'm trying to think how many runs we have total. The problem is, even if we did the total runs, you got to remember that we got a ton of runs from the speed running. Remember whenever we do speed runs. Imagine getting this in like TI. I can just see you guys spamming scammed like crazy. Do a no gold run in this seed. Oh shit. Well, that would be hilarious. The crappy thing is it would only be the first zone. So once you made it out of the first zone, and you went to the next zone. I don't know why I'm avoiding that. Oh wow, actually even the first mountain's pretty crazy. Argue that the best is probably the melee immunity out of that. Now, if the second zone had it as well, that's what it'd been like. Oh, that would have been where you're thinking, what the hell is this seed? It'd be a 1 in 40,000 happening on a 1 in 40,000 first zone. Like it'd be crazy. Is the daily run? No. Forgot the heart. No, we're not playing this seed out. I just wanted to see what Savagery experienced. I mean, this kind of seed, you don't see that shit very often, so I was kind of curious what he had in mind, and it was a pretty rare one. Because usually when somebody's stopping by, you just you never know what a person is saying when they're like, I just saw something crazy. Some people, you know, we did a run not too long ago where I said, chat, what's anybody have any cursed noita'd seed that I could check out? And for the most part, chat nobody's really speaking up. And then somebody was like, I got one. And then they linked it, and then chat was pissed the whole time because it ended up being a god run pretty early on. And they said, well, they died. The person who said it was a cursed seed said they died in the first zone because there was like 5 Stendaris in the first zone, which is, you know, it is a bit cursed. 5 Stendaris in the first zone is pretty annoying, but it isn't like, oh my god, everything's like fucked kind of thing. It was more of like, oh, that's, you know, that's unfortunate. But after you got past the first zone, there was like Circle of Vigor and like the second or third mountain. And yeah, it just got crazy. Alright, well, we're going to check out the daily run, and I think we're going to be doing a 31 orb run today. Here's some Ukos down here. Oh yeah, there is. Hello, Uko. Goodbye, Uko. Would you call a monster powder and upwarping chest cursed? It depends. Does the chest, like, you know, easily break and drop the, like, you know, does it break the flask when it drops out? That would really be cursed. Alright, let's check out the daily for today, yeah? So we're gonna turn this off. Savagery did experience a pretty rare seed. Alright, daily run. Alright, so remember, whenever you're doing something else in Noita, like I had a seed changer loaded up so I could check out the Savagery's, like that crazy Noita run that he had just found. But now that we turned it off, whenever we load into daily run, it loaded us into the incorrect daily. That's very common. So you have to click daily run again. See if this one will put us in the right place. got like part of my arm. It feels like I got like a mosquito bite or some shit on my arm. There we go. Yep, we're on the correct daily. So today we're going to do a simple just vibing and play a noita'd. And that means we're going to be doing a 31 orb run. And I'll explain a little more details on that in a moment. Let me just get the title updated and the bets open. In fact, I'll open the bets first because I know you guys like to just spam your predictions. 31 orb daily run. Why did I type in? Let's see. 31 orb daily run. Predictions are open. Get your predictions in by typing ! yes or !no if you think I'm going to win or lose. We are doing a 31 orb daily run. If you're curious why 31 orbs, that is because there are 31 orbs in the main world in noita'd. If you want to get greater chest orbs, I can add another 3 on top of it. And then if you go to New Game Plus actually can take you, gives you an extra 2 orbs in the world. So it's rather than looking at New Game Plus giving you an extra 2 orbs, it's more like the regular world subtracts 2 orbs. It's kind of weird. So main world, 31 orbs, New Game Plus, 33 orbs, and at any time you could try for the greater chest orbs, which is potentially another 3 orbs on top of it. But we're just doing all the general orbs in the main world, which is 31. So noita'd 31 orb daily run. All right, place your bets and let's get started here. Actually, Spitter Bolt, Unstable Crystal, means that going for the first orb right off the bat is not really an option because using Unstable Crystal to get into that snow crap is just a pain. I mean, you could, but it would highly likely not be worth it. So we just saw that biome modifier, that savagery experience, which was pretty awesome. This is another biome modifier. This is one where there's just tons of water in the first zone. Definitely not nearly as exciting as the one that he tried out. But not everybody could be so lucky. Got Chaotic Poly. Oops. Got a Chaotic Poly right here. That means that if we hold on to this, if we hold on to this, that we have a way to exit the first mountain without collapsing it, which is pretty cool. Whenever you get this water biome modifier, you're gonna get a couple of these dudes usually, and you gotta start thinking how, because killing them with just shooting them like this is not exactly the most reasonable, because you have to deal with those little cursed orb thing. It's just a whole pain. So what normally you should do is tablet bop them, which I haven't grabbed a tablet yet, or something like Unstable Crystal is actually pretty great for killing them, since the Unstable Crystal gives you bonus money on an enemy that drops a good amount of gold, and it does high damage. Like the only use it really has, since it's not the greatest at digging and a lot of other stuff. Kind of shit at that. Damn, that guy shotgunned the crystal the moment I threw it out. This snow trip challenge that we did was actually a pretty cool challenge. It was pretty risky, actually, looking back at it. Oh my god. Aw. Thank you for walking into that. But yeah, the snow trip challenge, we did our last challenge stream of noita'd, where we had to go all the way to the bottom of the snow chasm very early in the run. Luckily, though, our last daily that we tried it on was pretty damn lucky. A good daily run. Is there a way across this? There is not. Yeah, I could blow up the wood, especially whenever you have unstable crystals. It's kind of what they do best. Disrupting that wood. I'm concerned that there's something in this area up here that I'm not seeing that could be a heart. Because we currently, in the whole zone that we've been in right now, we've gotten a little bit of gold, but we've actually have not seen a wand, we have not seen a heart, and we've seen 1 flask, which is the Chaotic Poly Flask. So I'm sitting here like, you know, noita'd is all about making the most out of your resources, but you gotta, like, find resources for that to factor in. What happened to the run on the Goated Seed? We were just checking it out. Savagery just wanted us to see the insane seed that he had experienced, which was a very first zone, the rarest biome modifier in the game. A 1 in 40,000 chance, which was like a 26 in a million chance, something like that. which I have never experienced a extremely lucrative run, especially not in the first zone. Got a dead end? Oh no. Thank God. Hey. Oh shit. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, there's a missing wand. That's whenever you should be shitting yourself, because that means somebody's on the loose and you don't know what they're holding. Hey, something. We'll take something over nothing. Are you allowed to New Game Plus the 31 orbs? Do you have to dupe/greater chest it in New Game? Wait, what? You're thinking of the 33, I think you're going a little bit crazy. There's 31 orbs in the main world. Or am I misunderstanding what you're saying? Yeah, you're going crazy. Okay, that's what I thought. You were thinking of the 33. You were thinking how you would have to dupe if you wanted to get to 33, but you were saying 31. I got you. I got you. Oh, a chest. There's actually there is loot in this game. Oh, noita'd gods, please provide me with 1 mega loot, please. I'll take. You know what? All I'm asking for out of this chest is like an alpha, circle of vigor. What else would we like? Alpha, circle of vigor. Throw in a chainsaw, maybe 2 ad manas. Maybe 4 or 5 hearts. That's all we're wanting out of this. You know, statistically, all those things I just said could drop out of 1 chest. That is possible. Now, obviously, would be like winning the lottery, but god damn it, chat. That's all your fault. It was gonna be god loots, but then the fucking game found out that you guys were watching. It was like, you know what? No. No god loots allowed.
We did it, chat.
You animals. What do we want to do? You know what? No hearts in the starting zone. I could go up for that 1 orb, but it would be a pain. Huh. Sometimes noita'd is one of those games that tests your patience, and it's like, how patient are you willing to play to guarantee victory? So, I'm willing to play slow-ish, but not crazy slow. If I was willing to go crazy slow, then we could walk all the way to the top of the pyramid and grab that orb. But since I'm willing to play slow-ish, you know, kinda slow, I would, I'll try for the orb on top of the mountain, because we do have a little bit to get us there. A little something. Ooh, actually, hold up. There's zone over here, unexplored. Concentrated mana. That little bastard just broke the concentrated mana. Classic. Oh my god, I overthrew. Oh, there's a heart here. I saw that flash. The flash of the explosion revealed a heart in this zone. Da-na-na-na. Yay! I thought we were going to be unlucky. It's a matter of being patient. Was really hoping it would be a heart mimic. That's messed up. There's several ways we could go up the mountain. One of them is we could just use our little tablet, kind of do some tablet levitation stuff to get up the mountain. But if you're not good at that, or you're still learning it or whatever, there's also the chaotic poly method, which is a little scary if you turn into a worm or some shit, because then you'll, you know, go all over the place, hard to control. When the chaotic poly is about to expire, you begin to spam your levitation. And then if you time it right, which my timing was a little bit off on that one, you want to time it right towards the end of it. Which, wait, I forget. Is it 12 seconds? 14 seconds? I can't remember the exact amount. Oh, yeah, this is what you don't want to turn into. So it's best not to hold the, like, levitate button, W. Instead, I'm just kind of mashing, every once in a while I'm tapping A. I'm just trying to keep, the quicker the worm goes, the harder it is to control. That's one of those things that you have to just kind of experience it a couple times to get used to the worm control. It's pretty fucked up, actually. Alright, there we go. Worm! What the fuck was that? It's actually called a maggot. And it's in the meat realm. It's pretty much just a white worm. Damn, my timing is terrible today. My brain can't time out like 10 seconds. Yeah, he's a meat maggot. There we go. Not the worst timing. Now the thing is, you really don't want to... It's a slight risk to use that levitation method if you're on top of snow. Listen, it happened to a guy I know. It would never happen to me because, you know, I don't make those kind of mistakes. But if you chaotic poly on top of snow, there's a chance you could turn into like a fire enemy that gets hurt by water or snow. And so you come in contact with this, it'll just kill you. So you have to be very careful about that. So I wouldn't recommend using anything chaotic poly in a snow area, just because why give RNG a chance, you know? Why even allow it the opportunity? What's the best way to... You know what? This side here would be the best way in. He definitely didn't kill my 36 streak with that. What is CK's talking about? How could that happen in a hypothetical? That's just ridiculous. I'm trying to see how I'm going to get into that little crevice. Probably should open
Ladies
this
and
up.
gentlemen,
Ah, too much.
we got him.
Too much. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Alright, we go here. So the slime ball isn't doing like anything to the darker snow. What you're doing is you're having to aim for like the white snow, and this will allow you to, you know, kind of get around more. So since I can't really get past this darker edge, I'm trying to wear. Oh, there actually is a little bit. It's actually letting me wear away at the ledge a bit. We fired enough times. See if we can let this one. Come on, yeah. Oh, very slowly. Not bad, not bad. Ah. But what I was gonna recommend is that you basically just get it in the general proper setup, and then you just like throw a crystal in there and let that handle the rest. Okay, well, I say that, and then I proceed to get stuck. I'm afraid of being close to it when it blows up. Alright, we got that. And, you know, 2 tablets. You guys know me. I'm already really bad about using 1 tablet, so.
I've never said that word before. Do-da, do-da. I will make it up instead. Da-da-da-da-da.
Throw the tablet down, get a little bit of gold. Is it worth it? Not really. It gives you, like, nothing. But, who needs 2 tablets? Please watch. What am I supposed to watch? If you were to chaotic poly yourself, right? What you do is... What AI can accomplish these days is wild. I mean... people are having a hard time differentiating between what's real, like what actually happened, and what is just AI generated. Some AI generated slop. I'm glad though I created a community of intelligence, a community of intelligence, a community of intelligent, free-thinking individuals that can instantly sniff out that fake video. Not even because, yes, the video did look convincing, but the part that like gives away the fact that it's fake is that they know I would never die in such a scenario. So instantly people are like, alright, that's fake. Alright, well, a whole lot of nothing. Let's just...
You guys can see this guy right now. He is
actually,
in sweat.
As I'm about to jump in there, part of me is like, just check that little corner. You never know. That's a formation that could have had a heart. This formation right there. It didn't, but it could have. This is a formation that could have paid out. Unfortunate. But I would see the edge of it if it was there. Alright. Well, chat, it is time to close the bets. All predictions have to be finalized right now. Exclamation mark, yes, you think I'm going to win? Exclamation mark, no, you think I'm going to lose? And then I'm going to go ahead and open the shop too. One more time. That way we don't have to open it in like another 5 minutes. Might as well get it out of the way. You would never have an unfortunate death due to being polymorphed, right? Flopper dude, you're always so annoying. Some tentacles. We don't need any tentacles this run, right? Oh! That death's still so crazy. Because if you look, I died to a couple pixels of cursed rock. Right here. Like, you can't even fucking see that shit, man. It was one of the biggest scams ever. An ultra scam. Reopen? Reopen what? Reopen the shop? I'm assuming it means reopen the shop. Hold on, let me reopen real fast for him. The bets? The bets? The fucking lights on by— Are you trolling right now, section? You're fucking trolling, dude. The bet light is literally on. Sorry, I'm drunk. What? Maybe they're colorblind? That doesn't make any sense. If you're colorblind, it doesn't mean that you don't see the light. It just, the light is like a more of a bland color, depending on what kind of color blindness you have. It's not like the light becomes invisible. Maybe he's deaf. Was deaf and blind? It's a interesting place to find yourself, deaf and blind, and hanging out on Twitch. Interesting. Alright, bets are officially closed. Alright, look at this start.
I will always be at your side.
Pretty big stuff. Pretty big. Got that as well. Huh. Interesting, interesting. Alright, I think I got a game plan. I've got a game plan. Let's just keep moving forward. Chance for a heart already. This formation right here below us, I think, is a heart one. No, it's not. Never mind. Got my hopes up for a moment. Really need a better offensive wand because it's kind of garbage right now. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. We could swap to the lightning. I don't think I want to do that though. I want to play it safe. Chad, are you guys getting— you're haters, man. That gets pissed. This is the daily run. So if you're jealous, just know that you can load up the daily run and get the exact same loot that I have. Oh, no payout there. So remember, I have black hole. I have black hole so that we can actually jump to the next mountain crazy early, and then we can easily come back up to this zone. Ooh, chance for a heart above us. Dude, they're just— it makes sense. I think our last daily run that I did was like really lucky. Some of the best hearts I've seen on a daily run in forever. It's only fair that today kind of balances that out a bit. So what I'm gonna do over here. Okay. That is pretty interesting. We're not gonna go the Hungry Ghost route today, though we could. Gas blood? No. So Hungry Ghost is like the best of this group, but we'll go ahead and roll it. Wow, that's huge right there. That's actually massive. So we can grab Wand Experimenter. That's gonna give us a ton to do in this run, and then to play it super safe, I'm actually gonna grab this heart, even though I have the heal in the previous mountain. But now heals kind of, their meaning changes a bit once you find a Wand Experimenter. The value of a heal changes a lot actually. So let's see how we want to do this. We could do something like a long distance cast, spitter bolt, like this. Then we throw on the add mana. Then we throw this here. Then we throw— is it just like a double at the end? It's not great, obviously, but it's better than what we had. A little goofy. Won't deny that. Long distance cast on telly is more valuable. That actually may be true. That one is pretty nice. And then in this case, we do something like... So now we don't really have... The problem is we have no fucking range. Jump out here. Remember, if you break this area, then the gods get pissed. But since I have long distance cast telly, I can just go out of the mountain and just shoot the black hole over here. This is considered like a separate area from the area that the gods get angry when you destroy the mountain. So then we're just kind of launching that over here. Gods aren't pissed at me, so yeah, everything's cool. And I can go to the next, or the previous zone very easily. No problem. Also, I gotta keep in mind when looking at wands and stuff that a wand represents a heal as long as I haven't edited the wand. Oh, chance for a heart here. Hey, let me in there. What the fuck? Hello? Shouldn't I fit? Let's do this for a moment. Delete some of that coal. Teleports and stuff will actually get rid of a little bit of that coal. There we go. Spitter doesn't dig at all. Teleport does. Let's do this. Oh, that is not enough spacing. That is... That's a little close. Dunk, why? Oh, what the fuck? Something happened. Yeah, I wonder if somebody just fired off an insane wand. Yeah, there could be like some crazy death wand about to blow up right now because the game is lagging to hell. Uh-oh. Rut-row. Tell you the right, it's completely locked up right now. As you can see, my character hasn't moved a frame since the freeze.
I have a question. For God.
Something weird happened here, though. Did that chest end up like kind of upwarping?
Been really bad
One frame did happen. Let's see. Let's give it a moment and see. Oh, yeah. It is moving. You can kind of see the
I mean, if you're thinking of doing this,
the upwarp happening. Give it a second, see if it moves. Oh, it is moving. Just very slow.
He isn't? Well, he will be soon.
It is moving. Wait, what happened? I was just placing down a crystal and all of a sudden the game just locked up, which is unusual. I mean, yeah, noita'd does have these moments, but not this early in a run that often. Noita'd and afraid. Yeah, we're getting frames every once in a while. We are getting frames. The only time I've had this happen is with spells to power. Yeah, I mean, there could be an enemy that picked up a spells to power wand. That's possible. Yeah, that it is unusual to have this happen. What really sucks is if we exit out of noita'd, I'm sure it's going to be a pain. It's gonna do that thing where it just sits on that one, you know... What do you call it? Synchronization thing. Yeah, probably will end up deleting the chunk. Alright, well this is getting boring, so I want to play the game. You crashed noita'd in the coal mines? Yeah. I don't know why it got so angry with me, but it did. It is not happy.
Someone needs to see time per frame, find total runtime later, and calculate how long it would be to do the whole run at this speed.
It gave me like the pause screen right there at the end. That was annoying. Oh, there it goes.
You're trying to close the game? Sure thing. By the way, the issue is resolved now.
Should be interesting. Okay. go to that area that it crashed and see what the hell's gonna happen. Yeah, it was right around here. This time we're just gonna shoot a black hole. I just did a berserkium out of it. I have no idea what caused that crash to happen. Where'd that luminous drill go? Losing track of stuff already. It wasn't this one, was it? Oh yeah, it was this one. Alright, then we head back this way. All these wands, we can use them to get heals, but the thing is we're not really missing any health. There's not much of a reason to be like, hey, I need a heal from this wand. We still haven't grabbed that. If you're curious, the background has disappeared because we had that crash happen. Now we're going to move this here. And this here. Ping pong goes there. And we shoot it. It fires like that. We use this to wrap. Huge upgrade. This is still a heal. Screw it, we're just gonna use that as our tailing wand. Waste the heal. Moment I've edited that wand, it's no longer eligible to be a wand that heals me. I'm gonna grab this heart, even though that may also seem a little silly. Just feels so wasteful to grab that one now, but also I already have so much ability to heal, so just pushing my health bar up is like the smart move, I think. I'm gonna leave that there for now. It is a little bit greedy though. So our ping pong lumi drill is our damage is now crazy. We should be able to get around really easily. Good old hyper piss wand. Yeah, we're deleting the world right now. Still don't know what caused the game to crash earlier. That shit was weird as hell. Game just freaked out. I'm gonna kind of do a bit of backtracking because of that damn crash. Threw things off a little bit. It like reset the fog, so I can't really tell where I've been. Oh, look at this. Oh, great. It corrupted a chunk in this holy mountain. So then it's like, oh shit, the gods are pissed. We got double. Wait, did it give us perks as well? Wow, this thing really freaked out, didn't it? It brought back perks in the mountain. Everything is like fucked as hell now because of that crash.
Holy moly. Holy moly. Holy moly.
So when it comes to perks on today's daily run, from this point forward, it's probably going to differentiate from your daily run. If you follow along, because that crash just messed everything up. Oh wow! Wait, this heart again? Wait. Did we get it twice, or I think maybe that it took it away from us. Maybe. I don't even know anymore. Maybe restart. Yeah, let's try to keep our game stable. Keep it stable. So new wand. We need health, and we're healed up. Put it to good use. Spark bolt. I kind of want the spark bolt on it, but it's not like a big deal. It's not like oh I gotta have this kind of thing. I see another telemage. Remember, if you see a telemage, make it your top priority to kill those bastards. Do not leave them jumping around. I don't really need this missile anymore. I'll take this over the missile. Tons of wands in this zone, meaning wand experimenter is like heals for days. That's why if you get the opportunity to check the next mountain a little bit early, it's always a good call. Because it makes this zone, I mean, as you can see, it's way less stressful. Not to say you can't die, I definitely still could die in here. But it gives me a better chance for, like, if something goes wrong, I can, you know, fix whatever's happening and keep myself safe. Well, doesn't look like anything too interesting. Bottom left, we just keep digging because this will take us over to the meditation cube. How well does ping pong drill work on the Alchemist? Some angles it does. I'd say 95% of the angles are terrible, but if you can get the right angles, it'll like shred them. You have to, for me, I tend to mess it up, and then I reset, and I mess it up. Like I get in the right spot, do some like maybe like a fourth of his health, and then I get then he moves, which causes my ping pong drill to be in the wrong spot. So you have to reset that fight a lot. It's not bad against him. It's just since I don't use ping pong drill on him a ton, I'm not really a master at it. But I'm sure if you spend the time, you can master those angles and run up and just kill them really consistently. Or you can just go crazy mode and dive right into the center of them and ping pong Lumium and the old speedrunner strategy. Usually it'd be plasma, but I guess if you're desperate you can ping pong Lumium. Wait, didn't I grab this heal already? Yeah, I did, and the game like crashed or whatever. But I'm just gonna skip that one. I feel like it's like kind of cheating. Same goes for the perks. I feel like it's cheating to reset them. I mean, the game corrupted. It wasn't intentional or anything like that. But, oh well. Lost these. Those were heals. Kind of wasteful what I did with them. Okay. Apparently I just melted part of my face off. If you're curious what I'm doing, I was trying to get back up here to grab this perk. We could hold that off for later, but I just feel like waiting around is kind of looking for trouble. We already have such good sustain. We just got to keep our health bar high enough so that we don't get insta-killed by anything. Yeah, so we're not going to grab any of that. Get this. Got his black hole already? Oh yeah. Where did I leave that one? It was over by the... So if you ever are looking to edit a wand and still get heals from it, if you grab something off of it, do not place it in a square on it. You want to drop it onto the ground. So drag it off onto the ground. Drag it off onto the ground. Drag it off onto the ground. So now this wand, it doesn't know it's been edited. So if I fire it, it still heals me with Wand Experimenter. It's like you're tricking the wand into thinking it's an unedited one. Now that I move, if you move stuff from like here to here, it goes from one square to another square. That's looked at as an edit. One square to the ground, that's not an edit. Just weird noita'd shit. Bomb wand down there with lots of bombs. Yeah, no surprise there. How we want to do this? I feel like there's so many wands. Like, Wand Experimenter definitely shines on today's seed. There's another wand room over here. The 2 free wands, which is normally from the eye teleport thing. I'll take Ping Pong Lumi over Note Wands personally. Note Wands is way higher DPS, but the Ping Pong Lumi is just so convenient. It's like, it kills, it digs, it does it all. Just does a little bit of everything. What's that? Oh. Yo. God damn. God. Holy.
Has he got a chainsaw?
Yeah, we got a couple chainsaws on this one.
Real Texan.
We got a few.
Mine. Mine.
More.
Mine.
We edited this, so this can no longer heal us. You know what, let's just go to the next mountain for a moment, and then that's when we can get creative. I'm sure that, oh shit, I'm sure there'll be like a wand or two. Noya with the tier 2 11 month there. My fiance and I watch you all the time, and she still doesn't get chainsaws. Also, this is rigged, and you cheated. And you cheated Balder blabbering. What? Balder blabbering. Oh, another add mana. Yo. If we kill this Steve, that'll be the 3rd Steve that we've killed. Meaning that Big Steve is gonna be showing up to beat my ass. Gotta be ready for that. I'm also gonna grab the dice, because the dice is nice, and it'll be nice when it matters, at least. That trick about editing wands so that you can heal, it's important in moments like this. Not that we need it at this exact one because we have a heart there, but with like a nuke on here, nuke is scary to fire off, so we would drop the nuke onto the ground. The fire trail, not scary to fire, so then we could still fire this wand off and get our heals. That's the main reason it's important to know how to utilize that. But not sure what we're gonna do. We need to add mana. Oh yeah, Big Steve, he's about to go ham. Go kill the pyramid boss? That's not a bad idea. That's a pretty solid idea. Remember that once you have Wand Experimenter, these shops' values kind of can change a little bit, because wand shops, spell shops, they're the same, but wand shops, not only do they offer wands, obviously, but Wand Experimenter will heal on every single one of these wands that you purchase, because they're considered a new wand that's unedited. So you can, when you buy them, you can then use them to heal. So that's one of the reasons that I like to leave some of these wands here. I look at them as like, oh, we have like a heal reserve saved there. So in that sense, you could actually grab this heart, not for the heal, but for the additional 10 health that you'll get from it. And then you still are like, well, what if I need emergency heals? It's fine. There's lots of emergency heals just chilling, just waiting to be used. Also, I might as well say speed up, black hole, and save me some time of digging because I'm lazy. Oh, I wanted that ambrosia. I didn't care if I got shot. What the hell is going on right now? It's getting kind of crazy now. See, when I edit, drop them onto the ground. Fire it off. Back to full health. This is add mana number 3. You know what? I think it's time that we go grab the music note wand, yeah? Oh, there's a puzzle. This puzzle gives you an always cast piercing, but the spells that are on it you don't know. So I believe you can luck into a heal bolt on this wand, which with an always cast piercing, which is kind of insane. It basically just means like ultra heals already, but we already have really good heals. But I'm just saying, in case we didn't have really good heals, it'd be something that we'd be hoping for. Piercing, but then the rest is not that pretty.
Do it.
Does have a multicast on it, which I guess is something. Piercing mushroom for the Alchemist. That is so tempting, but also scary. If I ambrosia this time, I could probably do it safely, yeah. Probably not murder myself in the process. You had ambrosia last time you did that? I know, but I didn't expect it in the moment. I wasn't expecting the barrage that happened. Now that I would expect it, I would be pre-lubed up, you know what I mean? It's cool to see you finally give this game a real chance. What? Me? Are you crazy? I am a noita'd addict, my friend. A little low, aren't I? A little low. Yoink that. Use your ambrosia and steal the tower wand instead of the Contelay. Shake it up a little. I like that idea. I think it's a pretty solid idea, Carney. Let's do that. Let's do what Carney said. He's got good ideas. He's filled with them. Alright, we'll grab this. Blah, 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 blah. You have enough health to peak wand mart. That's what I was kind of thinking too, especially with the, you know, the wand experimenter. It's like you find one wand, then you heal. And you're like, oh, it's not so scary. You find another one. Wand mart is like heal city. The heals are everywhere. In the beginning, he always kind of idles around, so you have to wait a moment for him to do the thing where he opens his mouth so you can smack him. Smack him in the face. Let's see, anything interesting? Of course, we had a heart. The wand he coughed up was pretty interesting, and there's a crit on oil on it. I like it. I like it, I like it. Any heart mages chilling? There's that guy. He's not a heart mage. I don't want to see him. Oh, that's a little scary. Oh well, I'm too lazy to look for too far. Copy random spell thrice. I like it. Go out here. Then we grab this. And what was the plan? What was the plan? We might as well go down to grab the pyramid. So many things we could do. Is random damage any useful at all? I mean, kind of. I mean, if you have if you have 0 damage modifiers on a spell setup, sometimes it can be decent. Like for example, let's say I had a music note build. I need a damage modifier of some kind for the music notes to actually do damage. So in that case, random damage could be better than nothing. But once you have any damage modifiers, then you don't want the random damage because you don't like the inconsistency in your wand. You want to kind of know, you know what I mean? You want to anticipate how it's going to fire off. It is nice when it randomly does big damage, but then sometimes you'll fire it off in a moment that it's crucial and it will do no damage. And that literally could cost you your run. So you like consistency. In one of your recent streams, you mentioned the boss having really old AI. I wonder if they would ever remake the boss as an update. Probably wishful thinking, but still. Yeah, Vino, I feel like, Vino, you may be dreaming on that one. Because the fact that, if anything, I think if the devs returned before they would even touch something like the pathfinding or the AI of this boss, it would be more likely that they would add in more quests or new bosses. I think that is way more likely. But the devs are unpredictable, so I could be completely wrong. They, you know, could be like they returned completely new pathfinding for this boss. He works totally different. You know, anything's possible. But if I was a betting man, I would say that it would be that if they were to return new quests and like new bosses rather than rebalancing old bosses. Maybe like a resistance or two may get changed. Like if they were to make some boss more or less vulnerable to certain things, that can happen. We're in the sand cave. Yeah, the devs are RNG based.
Guys, I figured out why Dunk's wig is so realistic. Starting when he turned 50, he found and added one perfect hair to his wig box every year. So when he finally made the wig, he had a box full of thousands of strands of only the finest sweaty gamer hair.
What kind of crazy shit are you dreaming up over there, Approximator? Curious why I'm going down here. We're going to grab the orb, but there's also a god wand that you can get down here if you have really good digging. So we grab the orb. I'm going to go ahead and heal up in case I make any mistakes right now, because Wand Experimenter allows us to get some juice out of this wand. Not completely healed, but a good amount. This water is really annoying, so we want to get rid of this water. Alright, so right here, we push ourselves against this wall. And, oops, this wall here. And we stay lined up with this. We don't move left to right. Once you hit this wall and you can't move to the right, you let yourself just exactly drop down. This means that I am sitting on the perfect scene for the cursed rock. And once we're in that scene, we can use our ambrosia, so we don't even have to use the scene. I just wanted to show that it is a possibility if we need to, as long as we don't touch the cursed rock. If you touch the cursed rock, the rock still hurts. So I can stand like this and it's pretty safe. As you can see, we're not even getting any blocked messages, so I must have, I don't know, maybe we must be standing on the rock in like the perfect way so we don't get contact damage as well. But yeah, so it's a little safe spot. You'll know the ambrosia is protecting me whenever you see blocked, 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 blocked. But you don't see, there's not any ambrosia on me right now. We're not using it at all. But I throw it on myself for a little bit of insurance. This cursed rock does hurt. Yeah, so we didn't even take any cursed rock damage. We took no damage at all. We're at the top of the tower, which then offers you god wands because it thinks that you went through like this really challenging thing, which I did not. And this tends to be like, a lot of people like this wand for builds. Allows for a lot of creativity, all that kind of shit. But the simple build right here is the Wand of Swiftness. Keeps it really simple. Really easy to work with. And it's got high mana gen. But since we have so many ad manas, we probably should focus on capacity as our main criteria. Capacity is like the most important thing. And this one does offer significantly more capacity. So I'm going to go with this wand in this case. Okay, stay back. As you can see, the enemies are pretty beefy here, so we'll go ahead. We won't goof around too much with it. And we will jump into this. The background looks a little bit wild right now because anytime your game crashes, the backgrounds get all fucked up. And our game did crash earlier. I don't know why. I don't know what caused it. It just freaked out. I mean, if I let my game idle for like 45 minutes or an hour, it may have resolved itself. But whenever you're streaming, I don't want to be like, hey, let me just sit here AFK. I'd rather, you know, see the background's all jacked up. Okay, we drop these directly onto the ground. So then I can fire the wand. Get some good heals from it. We have some options. Wand of Swiftness is for the children. Wand of Multitudes is for the savants. The Wand of Destruction is for the utterly deranged. Alright, I'm with you on that last part. Yeah, good call on the speed up on there. I like that. We could really get some speed if we wanted to do something... It has to be at the end? Let me think. Yeah, you could do like, because it has to be like a payload, speed up, copy random, and then we could get it to apply to it, I think. Let me look real fast. Let's see. So if we had a speed up here, and we had this here, and we fire this. Multiple speed ups, I don't know if we're going to be really that interested in that anyways. But, yeah, pretty much one speed up's as good as we need anyways. So those chainsaws we left behind earlier are going to be important, but not yet. It's not like the biggest deal. What I am building at the moment is a very explosive wand. It's going to be pretty basic. I mean, it shouldn't take much to understand it. It's literally just a lot of explosives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we gotta move that, put that there. Actually, we could even put a triple if we wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. There we go. It's literally just a spitter timer with lots of explosives. If we wanted even more explosives, you could do something like that on there, I guess. Really going to get wild with it, but we have a weird setup. So the reason I was getting all those explosives on there, because the Alchemist actually gets messed up by explosives big time. Yeah, we could add more. There's even more space we could put on there, but I'm not too worried. I feel like it's good enough. I like the part where Dunk goes that it's chainsaw wrapping time and starts chainsaw wrapping all over the place. It's true. It's my go-to move. And the police show up and I run for my life. I don't understand. How explosion go boom? Oh, you'll see. There will be many boom. Mini booms. Okay, here's some... Very curious what happened is because we had that flask break earlier, and it was a concentrated mana flask. So then, since it's a concentrated mana flask, concentrated mana, when it touches water, makes more concentrated mana. Well, that whole zone was filled with water, so the whole zone basically starts filling with concentrated mana because of that one flask. A little wild. Looking for the hut in the background, which is right there. We're going to be somewhat close to it, and we just dig down. The idea is we're going to shoot the wand with lots of explosions at the crotch of the Alchemist.
Hey young and hairful man. How is the gaming? Good, I hope.
What's up, Bob?
Anyway, Among Us. Never doubt and always believe. Smiley face, smiley face, smiley face.
Oh, this is not Bob. Who was this? Wait. Oh, that was Bob. Okay. Making sure I wasn't mixing up my... Appreciate the love there, Bob. If I can... All my settings over here are jacked up. There we go. Alright, explosives directly towards the crotch of the boss. That's what the move is here. So we shot the explosives at his crotch. He went boom.
Wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Alpha, Gamma, and Phi. I don't think we need the Sigma. Sigma D's nuts. Can you do it again? I missed it. I blinked. I'm sorry. You'll be singing a different tune when you find the Circle of Vigor. Even then, I would likely be using Alpha or Gamma. Probably. It's weird that they made Sigma. I feel like Sigma's kind of weird because look, Alpha costs 40, which I think it actually even used to cost 30. Can't remember the whole thing, but and then you look at Sigma. Sigma costs 120. It's like what? That's swelling. What happened? Veldak, thank you for the gifted out to Crotch Explosion. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, the username was Crotch Explosion, so you know, the AI did a decent job at generating a fitting image for the name. So then, this explosive build is no longer necessary. Come on. And what are we gonna do? Go. We empty out the black holes, of course. 0 charges. Weebs? No. Bad weebs. Sure.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched.
Alpha casts a copy of the first spell on your wand. The very first spell on our wand is a black hole. So now we have infinite black holes because Alpha will just keep firing off this. Then we want to put a speed up on the Alpha.
Right he is drenched
but
in sweat.
if you want it to have really some serious speed, we need something. I'll put that there. I can still.
It's time to stop. It's time to stop, okay? No more.
No more. Then we use this double so that we can put the speed up after it. Double will cast the Alpha and the speed up, which means we still get speed on the black hole. Then this speed up, we're going to copy thrice on the speed up. So now our black holes are really traveling. What are you guys in there yapping about? Chat's just being a pain in the ass. And then over here, we got our wand that is filled to the brim with chainsaws. I just gotta find where I left it. Right there. And we can swap over our damage wand to be... Oh, Oh, there was another speed up I left in the previous zone. We're gonna go looking for it, I think. The chainsaw goes here. Actually, let's go 5 cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we shoot this, and pretty quick. Spitter bolt's got 5 chainsaws in it. We gotta remember it's a 26 cast, meaning it casts all slots at the same time. So I can place a chainsaw after this, and it means this spitter bolt and this chainsaw fire at the same time. Gives us some nice speed, and we can even slip the add manas in there to make sure that we can add like pretty much whatever we want and never run into any problems. Weebs United? Wait, what's happening? Oh, anonymous gifter gifted one out to Titty Slayer. Just so you know, we had a problem with this where anonymous gifters were gifting to some of the most degenerate usernames of all time. So what actually ended up happening was Party Horse had to make it where anonymous gifters don't get a sweatling doesn't get generated for them. So people have to put their name behind anyone they want generated. And if we end up seeing a degenerate user, then we can just block that username from getting sweatlings generated. It's a whole thing. It's a protected channel because let's just say there's been some fucked up usernames. But anonymous gifter, I appreciate the creativity with Titty Slayer. Well done, sir. Baseloth with the gifted sub out to Weebs United. Wait, are the Weebs United? Oh no. No, 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 no. They are uniting. That's one powerful weeb right there. That is a weeb. Smart move. It was just something that we had to do because it was getting, you know, spicy. It was getting a little bit crazy. Show us that screenshot with that one guy who gifted subs to the worst names possible. Honestly, I don't even want to pull that on the screen again because the usernames were so fucked up. It was like, it was very like FBI levels of like fucked up. I mean, like I explained last time we talked about it. I mean, obviously, I think what it wasn't like it was Charles was the one that was doing it. But he was mainly testing to see what the AI would do whenever it gets like really fucked up usernames. He just got caught up in the moment, I think, testing it out. But you know you did something bad whenever you are gifting subs and Twitch bans you. Because Twitch, when it comes to money, they usually will say, they'll look the other way for the most part. But they actually banned Charles temporarily because he was gifting subs out to usernames that were so degenerate that they were just like, fuck that guy. They got a temporary ban for a bit. He even said, he goes, I think it was deserved. Yeah, he got lost in the sauce. Yeah, that was the reason I think that he was goofing around in the first place. That was why the chat was like shocked, because they were usernames that actually existed on Twitch. It wasn't just like you can throw any word out, because it had the username to gift a sub to a username. That username has to exist in the first place, and that's what I guess was making the chat being like, "Whoa!" Like, you know, this name Art is actually a username on Twitch, and it's like, yes, it is. Twitch didn't like that part so much, though. We're not having it. It's a thing. Oh my god, that actually hurt. Okay, that scared me. So we go back to this wand here. I should have picked it up in the first place, because remember, we have Wand Experimenter. Get some heals from this. Another wand here. Kind of scary wand, actually, so let's not get too wild with it. Hey, I got a question. Is it possible that certain spells do not appear in current runs? I already have been in 3 parallel worlds and still cannot find the Luminous Drill and add mana modifiers, or this is just bad luck. Good vids, by the way, because I returned to noita'd after 2 years. Welcome back to the noita'd life. Certain spells, yes, will be more rare on some seeds than others. So, for example, a spell that a lot of people are always like, I always use this one as an example because it's probably the most popular one that people feel like you know, it's like so rare, and yet they want to find it, is the Circle of Vigor. And this is one of these spells that's like, you know, it's easy healing, right? You want to find it. Everybody's excited to find the spell. And you may go, you know, you may do hundreds of runs and never even see it, which is pretty unlucky, but it can happen. Several people in the community have had it happen. And then you have that run where you finally find it. And then when you find it, you'll go like a couple holy mountains later and you find another one. You're like, what the hell? I didn't see one for 200 runs, and now I found 2 in the same run. Then you're going to a parallel world, you see another one. You're like, what the hell? It's because noita'd RNG works that way, where it tends to be where, like, you know, when there's this rare spell that you find, it's likely that you'll find it actually several times in that run. But with that said, there isn't a seed where you just won't find a spell. It's not like they don't become impossible to find. It's not like it's just you will never see this spell in this seed. It's just their rarity can kind of jump around in like kind of odd ways. They have a general rarity, but the seed itself can kind of affect that. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're dead set that you want a Luminous Drill and you want an add mana, you will get it on that seed. How many worlds you'll need to go to, I don't know, but you will find it. Whenever I did my... Oh, I forgot to grab that one home. Whenever I did my 100% run in noita'd, I did it on a random seed. If there was a chance that some spells just couldn't show up on a seed, then I would have never risked that, because there'd be a chance I'd be just in an impossible scenario, an unwinnable situation that you wouldn't find out for, like, you know, 40 hours in the run or some shit. Screw that. It's the 99% run. At the time of doing the run, it was 100%. They just added spells immediately after that run for some reason. Those evil bastards. 100% post unlock, right? Some unlocks are exclusive, I think. No, 100% in a single run. Every single spell can be unlocked in a single run. It just becomes a huge pain in the ass if you want to do it in a single run. Because, you know, noita'd is this game that things are set up in a general way how to do it. So in general, what you're saying is true. But because noita'd is this game where you can get really creative and kind of break out of the rules of noita'd, then there are exceptions. So yes, they set up like this one quest. For example, if you want to do the quest to unlock the Giga Nuke, well, you would do the Giga Nuke unlock in a run, and then in a separate run, they've set it up that you would do like the Giga Holy Bomb in a separate run. But technically, if you want to get crazy, you can do them in the same run if you're willing to get really wild. Because you have to do like a thing that resets the entire world, which means that you have to do a 33 orb run without going to New Game Plus. And it just becomes a huge pain in the ass. They also removed chest rain at the same time as adding new spells, which was your fault, Dunk. That is not true. That was not my fault. I mean, I'm pretty certain it's not my fault. The devs, I believe, did it because they added cessation to the game. And whenever they added cessation, it made chest rain so much. Infinite chest rain became like really easy to do. And they didn't like that. So they were trying to fix cessation, kind of making certain interactions so cheesy and easy to do. And by trying to fix that, they ended up removing infinite chest rain. But I don't think it had anything to do with the fact that we used it. All spells unlock in one run challenge win. I've done it. I've done it. It's on unless you're talking about with the latest one. So now after I did it, the devs made some changes to noita'd, and it actually became ridiculous. Actually, wait, you just said all the spells unlocks, meaning I don't have to necessarily use every single spell. All the spell unlocks in one run, that one is still done. That video is still up to date, except for, I guess, cessation and mimicium, but nothing that was added is actually very difficult to do. You know, from like the ones that were really hard were actually accomplished in that 100% run. Cessation during chest range should poly you into a chest permanently. Well, the devs, they just ended up pretty much removing it entirely. I guess they deemed, which actually your solution sounds like something that more likely that the devs would have done, but I guess I guess at that time they just weren't thinking that way creatively. What the hell is that wand? It's too big. You're talking about this wand? This is from, it's called the, if you see a name on a wand like this, Wand of Multitudes, it likely means it's part of a quest line or just some kind of special, it's a special wand in some way. This one is actually comes from the tower. We kind of cheesed our way into the top of the tower and grabbed out the Wand of Multitudes. I feel like there was something else I needed to do in here. Oh well, I've been yapping so much I'm losing track of it. Let's just move to the next mountain. Look at that. That's an interesting wand. Heavy shot, some spark timers. Interesting. Piercings over here too. So remember, if you ever panicked with Big Steve, put some ambrosia on yourself. Gives you a lot more calm situation. It looks pretty scary, but as long as an enemy doesn't just like bleed, you know, something in here, or a liquid doesn't go bursting into this area, it shouldn't wash it off of me, so we can approach this a lot more calmly. And my wand is set up in such a way that we just have lots of chainsaws. We don't have anything that kind of pushes our character back, so we can just slowly chip away at the boss if we wanted to, and he's a joke. Telepog-titus. We are not grabbing that shit. Fuck that. I will go ahead and just grab faster movement. I mean, we could have grabbed the gold room earlier, have lots of gold for rerolls, but let's just... Oh, okay. Faster movement, and I guess we'll grab Iron Stomach as well. I won't fight you on that. Do like the piercing. Chat, can somebody tell me if it's possible to wrap while using Gamma or Alpha to infinitely cast spawning stuff like All-Seeing Eye? I've been trying for the past 50 runs now, but it doesn't seem to be possible with a zero charge spell at the start. Okay, so what happens is you're probably... the zero charge spells can like misalign the multicast a little bit. So for example, I'm really bad at like... hold on, let me see if I can get what you're talking about. So you're saying like, here we have a zero charge black hole, and Gamma says it casts a copy of the last spell on your wand. So we know that Gamma is going to copy the black hole, so I shoot it. Perfect. Okay, so it is working. From there, we're like, all right, I want this to go very fast. So what you did is you probably set up some kind of chainsaw wrapping scenario, so like chainsaw and a double, and you're firing it, and you're probably not getting the best results. You're like, what the fuck? It's still pretty slow. And that's because this double is being kind of weird. It says there's 2 spells, spell number 1, and in your head you're probably saying spell number 2, but it's empty. So it's wrapping and grabbing the chainsaw. But this double, it actually needs to be a triple to truly be able to complete the wrap, because it is counting this as a spell. Just in this scenario, I know it can be weird. So you'd have to put something that is 3 rather than 2 so you can complete the wrap properly and do a faster cast. It's kind of weird to go over the details of it. Just all I do is whenever, and I mess it up all the time. I set stuff up, and people see me all the time be like, they're like, oh, he's miscounting, and I'm like, oh, you just see me tend to put larger multicast till it's firing the way I want it to fire. And in this case, I probably would do something like, I don't know, add mana here. In fact, we could put this there. Where's my? There's there, this here, something like that. I think is what you're trying to achieve, right? But yes, so it is achievable, and yeah, you can fix it with the alpha too. Alpha, I think, is less likely to have issues, because let me try that with so same exact build. We put the double there, and we go to, oops, we go to fire it. We are like, oh shit, double's only covering 2 spells. It needs to be 3 so it can reach the end of the wand. That's what we did just a second ago, right? So in this case, though, with the double, so our teleport's in our damage wand, so it looks a little bit psychotic right now. So what you could do here, so Gamma casts a spell. Oh, I cast the black hole. Come on. So instead of gamma, so let's say you didn't have a triple, what you could do is instead of gamma, you put an alpha on there. Well, alpha copies the first spell on your wand. So now whenever you cast it, I think we can actually get, yeah, you actually get a result that is more what you're looking for. So it all depends on which Greek letters you're working with, where the positioning is of the zero charge spell, all that kind of crap. But basically just toy with the multicast is usually the key. And also to make sure that everything's working right is usually you just remove your zero cast temporarily, put some kind of basic spell, and then you're like, once you see the basic spell is firing off in a way that you like. So in this case, I'm like, the spark bolt is like not that fast. I want to go faster. It means that I'm missing recharge removal. So in this case, we'd be like, all right, try a triple, and this isn't going to change anything. It's just right now, it's just same, just inaccurate. But I'm doing that so I can add another chainsaw to the group, and now it still wraps. But there you go. You're like, okay, it's inaccurate though. I want it to be more accurate. All right, there we go. So now I can remove this spark bolt out. That was for testing purposes. Remove that spark bolt out, and then move the Greek letter in, and then put the. Well, actually, you want to do. Let's see. We'll do the alpha for keeping it simple. Greek letter replaces that fast spell, and then. Yeah, and now it's casting just like it was with the spark bolt instead with black holes. And then in this case, you'd probably be like, hey, I want to add some speed to the black holes, so you do something like that. Hope that helps. That's true too. Alpha doesn't necessarily look for the first spell, which I tend to put in the first slot because it makes sense in my head, but chat always has to remind me, and I always forget. It looks for the first discarded spell. So there actually can be, your zero charge can actually be in a position that is, wait, I forget, is it, even here is fine, right? We still end up getting, yeah. Because it's still the first discarded spell because it's a zero charge, and means it runs into it before the chainsaw, and it actually will, yeah, it's kind of, can be kind of confusing, but I tend to just put it in the first spot. Keeps it simple. Wait, what? I know that part's a little confusing. That's why they just word it as cast a copy of the first spell in your wand. But the way it's a whole thing. A wand is supposed to be looked at as like a hand of cards, and as you're casting the spells, it's like discarding it, if that makes sense. So, for example, this board here shows you when I cast this wand. First cast, it's actually terrible to show it on a chainsaw because it goes so quick. I don't really have that many creative spells to show stuff with. Well, first spell, Spark Bolt. Second spell is the other Spark Bolt. It's kind of stupid to show it on two Spark Bolts. First spell, Spark Bolt number 1. So there, we'll put modifiers on them to make them different. So this is this group, this is this one. So this group, this is the first projectile spell to be discarded. This is the first actual modifier that is attached to this spell that also gets discarded. So whenever the alpha is copying stuff, it actually copies the very first spell that is discarded, or the very first, yeah, spell that's discarded. Yeah, the whole looking at it like a hand of cards or whatever, that's actually how it's supposed to be. That's like how the game is like programmed, and people who have dug into it have really shown, like, have like laid out the code for it, so you can see that it literally is just drawing from a deck of cards and all this kind of crap. So that's why people use the terms like discard, draw 3, that kind of crap. But don't worry, you don't need to understand all that stuff if you want to just like get a win, do that basic stuff. That's more for like the really in-depth science, the noita'd scientists. Because if you're doing crazy science with like divide bys and just whatever Greek letters are modified on with the divide bys and all that, you need to understand that like draw, discard stuff. But for basic wins, and for me, I don't even, I'm like get confused on them all the time. I'm like, where does this go? Where does that go? It's not necessary unless you're doing like crazy science. When I say crazy science, I mean people do stuff in noita'd that even the devs themselves probably didn't even realize people would achieve. That's how crazy some of the noita'd scientists get. wild. Can you please elaborate how add mana works? The description says that it adds 30 mana to the wand, but apparently 1 or 2 add mana is enough to cast wand builds that require more mana than... Hold on, let me read this again. Is enough to cast wand builds that require more mana than your add with those spells, or I just bad at math when it comes to mana drain? No, so you probably are, you just don't know how to count the wrapping of the spells. That's where things get really weird. Because, and this may be bait because that is a new guy saying it, so I don't know if it is bait. Some of the chat's probably like, he's falling for it. This is a perfect spell for it. In fact, well, kind of perfect. Yeah, let's do that. So if I put this lance on this wand and I fire it, in fact, let me put this here. Watch when I fire this thing. In fact, I'll use this luminous drill as well. Let's keep it probably simpler. So I'm firing this wand. Look at my mana pool as it drops. So we're gonna attach this add mana. Where's that add mana at? To this glowing lance. So this add mana is minus 30. And this glowing lance is 30, meaning like this gives you 30 mana and this costs 30 mana. So now we're going to cast our wand and we're going to look at our mana, and you're actually notice that we're still losing mana. And the reason for that is because even though this add mana is canceling out the glowing lance, of course, like, you know, this is pretty much looked at, this is neutral on the mana cost. Luminous drill still costs mana, costs 10 mana. And so and this actually costs 1 mana, the triple spell costs 1 mana. So in total, that's 12 mana that's being cast in this little group here. So that's what you're seeing is burning through, is the 12 mana flying through there. But if I take this add mana and actually move it to the front of the wand, and now I cast it, you're gonna see look at my mana pool, and you're noticing that it's not moving at all. And that's probably where you're like, wait a second. So in this scenario, in your head, you're doing the math and you're like, oh, that makes sense. Everything's adding up. But when you move it here, you're like, wait a second, why the fuck? Why does it become infinite? And that is because of spell wrapping. That's where what's happening is there's a triple spell and there's only 2 spells here. 1, 2. There is no third spell. So it grabs this luminous drill and it places it at the end. Well, when it grabs this luminous drill and places it at the end, it also grabs the modifiers along with it. So this 1 add mana, like this, is actually the same as this. 2 add manas here is the same as 1 add mana at the beginning. Because since you're casting it twice, 2 add manas. So yeah, basically fire it like this, no mana spent. Or I could fire it like this. Also, no mana spent. That one's slowing it down a little bit because it does add additional cast delay. That's a whole... I guess you would just move it here for the sake of not getting confused about that shit. Alright, let's get back to our builds. I was goofing around with stuff. Wait, this one can stay. This one is kind of a goofy thing to work with. Everything goes back. 1 here, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. That goes there. I fire it. Doesn't matter where this goes. Looking good. Looking good. We could add the heavy shot to the wand, so that, but the problem is we're gonna have a little bit of recoil. I don't know if I want to deal with that shit. Part of me is like, we'll see. We'll put it on there for now. For fun. Not really necessary. Oh yeah, shop is coming up in like 2 minutes. How do I heal in that scenario? Does the water trick work? I have a piercing, Nala, deadly heal. Ooh. So you have some great stuff. Wait, piercing Nala, deadly heal. You don't need the Nala. Nala is not going to serve a purpose. Nala like kills projectiles very quickly. You do not want to kill off that deadly heal very quickly. Your fear is that piercing on deadly heal can hurt. It actually hurts you quite a bit before it heals you. Do you have any ambrosia? I have Ambrosia, but I don't have a trigger or timer to recoil it. Oh, that's fine. You don't, you should be fine. So let's pretend that I had your setup right now. And you say, so whenever you put piercing on the deadly heal, which again, I don't have right now at this moment, but I'm gonna put one of these up in case I need it. Actually, the monopole on this is kind of shit. Oh well, I'll just have to make it work. So, whenever you shoot pretend this is the deadly heal, and it hits the wall, it normally will just die off, just like the spark bolt does. But once you put the piercing onto your deadly heal, when you shoot it into the ceiling, it will fall for a moment. You see how it kind of like does that little limp fall? So you can shoot it, and then jump into it. And this will get you healed. But you got to make sure you have that Ambrosia on you, because that's still going to try to hurt you. The reason the Spark Bolt isn't trying to hurt me is it doesn't have enough damage. Because the piercing shot removes 15 damage. Well, the Spark Bolt on its own only does 3. If I was to put something like the Heavy Shot onto the Spark Bolt, Heavy Shot adds 44 damage to the Spark Bolt. So now the Spark Bolt would try to hurt me. So I would have to have Ambrosia on my character if I wanted to shoot it against the ceiling and then jump into it. Actually, I failed to do that. Let's see if I can get it right. Yeah, you see that? You see that where it said blocked? That's because there was now enough damage for it to be eligible to hurt me. But the Ambrosia blocked the hurt. And in your case, it will block the deadly heal pain, but you'll still get the healing from it. Yeah, or like George is saying, if you have a way to cast the piercing twice, that also is a great idea. So for example, if I had piercing shot, and then I put down a... let's put down the alpha, makes it easier. Alpha casts a copy of the first spell. So we have piercing, alpha, spark bolt. In this scenario, you could shoot it, and you end up getting 2 piercing bolts, which means each one is removing 15. So it means minus 30 damage from the spark bolt. So you should be able to get the deadly heal would no longer be eligible to hurt you, because you got to remember that the deadly heal, if I can find it, I suck. I know. Deadly heal does 30 damage. See, it says deadly heal, damage 30. So one piercing is half of it, another piercing is the other half, and you're good to go. It literally cannot hurt you as long as you have... Yep, just heal back to full. Nice, Vino, nice. Yeah, moo. Anything to copy the Greek... I mean, the piercing is the way to go, man. There was a heart mage? Wait, was there really a heart mage? Did I kill him already? A heart mage next to a heart? I will kill the dragon in 1 second. I'm trying to see what the chat's yapping about, where they said there was a heart mage. Oh, there was one up? Let me see this. I don't believe you. Chat's full of liars. There's the heart. Wait, is it right? Is it? Oh! I found this, chat, on my own. Are you proud of me? Mods, ban anybody who says anything differently.
He is drenched.
So what we can do, this is like a super easy setup to get like a god run going and beef up. I mean, we already have good health. We have 500, but we can go berserk with that setup. Let me quickly kill the dragon, and I'll explain why in a moment. But our build is big damage, so the dragon should just get shredded in like a second. He's kind of a joke. And we could use that heart too if we want to. Wow. That also coughed up kind of just like an insane wand. But basically, I was trying to get a wand set up that would count as a wand that can heal me. And oh, there's another heart. Man, there's hearts all over the place. That way, whenever I'm doing the heart mage trick, I can... There's those two. I can heal up without having to worry about much. So what we do is we put the ambrosia on our character. Oh, okay, we can't even... Oh shit, he just slid right out, didn't he? Hit us once. Okay, he only hit us once. Damn it! I thought he was stuck in here. I wouldn't have tempted him towards the edge. Let's wait for this to expire. My health to double back. When you're looking for the wands in the first place, wait. What are you looking for in wands in the first place when you get a new one? It depends. Like right now, I already have really great offensive wands, so I'm not really paying attention to much else other than the spells that are on it. But sometimes I need a good wand. Whenever I'm looking for an actual wand to build on, I'm looking at like, is it a non-shuffle? That's the first, that's like the most important. Shuffle, no. So boom, I'm like, all right, this wand could maybe be something. And then from there, I'm looking at like the capacity. Capacity, you need a lot of space to work in, all that kind of crap. Then everything else in there can vary. Because, for example, let's say that this mana charge or anything about the mana was garbage. Well, in some runs, if the mana is garbage, you just say, nope, I don't want that wand. But in our case today, we have 3 add manas. So this wand could literally say mana max 0, mana charge speed 0, and we'd still be like, holy shit, we can make a badass wand out of this. All because of having add manas. But not every day are you going to get those spells. So it's very situational. It depends on what you have. All right, there's our friend. So the ambrosia is important because this guy does actually try to hurt you. But if you're ambrosia'd, he can't do any damage to you. So now look at our health. So this is a very high risk moment. You got to make sure you don't fuck this up because you can get yourself killed very easily. Once you are below 10, you might as well just grab whatever. Like once your health bar has enough stacks that it is below 10, any stacks beyond that don't benefit your character. So I think the last stack you'll see doesn't help me at all. So it'll double again, and then I don't think this last one will do anything. Yeah, see, the last one did nothing. But yeah, we're at 22,100. Health bar's in a good place. And I wanted the wand so that whenever I am low HP and I grab that heart, it adds empty health, 25 empty health. Well, as that grows exponentially, I mean, I would be missing a huge part of my health bar. So by having this wand emptied and having Wand Experimenter, I could heal up while my health is low, so that whenever it jumps high up, I'm like full health with like 2,100. We could continue to do this heart trick as many times as we want. We could take our health bar up to like 20,000 or some shit without much effort, but 2,100, we should be in a really good place. So I'm gonna go ahead and do our third shop of the day now. I'm chilling with the Steam Deck. That's been one that I've been really tempted to buy. I just don't go outside enough, or I'm not on the go enough, I feel like, to actually make use of it. But the idea of like having a Steam Deck so that I could, you know, do a stream on the go or some shit is really tempting. Like I've told chat my idea, and actually Zytio said that he would be the first to attempt it, to try to set like a precedent, an expectation for a challenge idea that I had, which is basically you go to a fast food place. Especially helps that like I stream late at night. So you go to a fast food place, you place an order, and then you're playing noita'd, by the way. You obviously shouldn't be driving and playing noita'd, so maybe somebody else is driving, you're the passenger. You place your order. The moment your order is placed, you have to beat noita'd before they give you your order. Obviously, it's cheating if you go to Whataburger or Whataburger or What a Burger. I don't know how, like, it's called Whataburger, all right? But there's a place here called Whataburger that is like the slowest fucking place ever. So I feel like if you go there, you could probably do a 36 orb, new game plus 28, 36 orb before they give you your food. But yeah, I think it'd be kind of funny to do at like McDonald's or some shit. And the idea is the bigger order you place, the more time you buy yourself. But no matter what, at the end of it, if you didn't complete it, you have to eat the meal, the entire meal, and you go fucking again. And you keep going until you get the fucking dub. Zytio, he went like 2 laps around, I don't even remember where it was. And on his first lap, he ordered like a shake or some shit. I was like, that boy's fucking up. And he did not beat Noita in time. And he ate like the first meal, and then the second one he's like, I'm done. he forfeited immediately. It didn't bring out that challenger in me, because had he succeeded, I'd have been like, I can beat this shit. That sounds painfully American. Exactly. Imagine just you're having to noita for the fastest you can, right? You're trying to haul ass in noita, and at the same time you're having to like scarf down burgers if you fail. That's truly American. Kind of want to try something with this. I never run Dark
Oh,
Flame
I really
builds,
wish you guys
like,
could
ever.
see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
And since today's a chill stream... Oh, look at this. The portal's gone. Let's see. What happened to it? Don't worry. Portal repair is here. If you ever have a missing portal, call me. I'm your guy. I'll fix it for you. So what you do is you head on over here. You spray a little teleportadium. Actually, I want to get an angle where I can see the repair real time. Okay, okay. Alright, let's get this out of here. Alright, so we're looking up there. Throw a little telly juice in this bad boy. And just like that, the wand, I mean the portal repair is complete. Oh. But it's one of those rare cases where it actually is probably higher value to grab melee immunity than explosion immunity. As badass as explosion immunity is, our health is so high that it is unlikely that explosions will kill us, but not impossible. But then you gotta remember that I have the dice, so I just grab both melee immunity and explosion immunity because the game can detect when you're a really good player and it just gives you what you want. Otherwise, I threaten to beat the shit out of it. So that's why I got both of them. This guy, I'm trying to teach, I'm just educating you guys. I'm just hoping you learn something. Actually, this could be kind of interesting. By the way, this is not really a spell that I'd recommend you build stuff around. It's kind of a goofy spell, but because of that, since I never use it, I kind of thought it may make it kind of fun to do a build with it. And I'm emptying out all the charges because I wanted to... Let's see. So if we were to put like... let's see. 1, 2... 3, 4, and then the fee is here, and we shoot it. What does this look like? Okay. Then how many of these? Alright, yeah, we should be able to do it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Oh, too fast, a little too fast. That'll work though. Then I'm gonna go here. Ah, shit, wait. Yeah, we can't spell wrap to that one. Oh well. Unless we want to do it here, that's what we're gonna do. I knew there was a reason we wanted this other wand. I knew it. Just for the moment, let's do that. How's that looking? Then we move this add mana here. That add mana there. Homing on there as well. If I was to put that in there, what is it? A little goofy. Looks like a fun wand. The problem is that whenever the dark flame actually hits the target, you really just lose its a lot of its value. So I was thinking maybe I put stuff on it to make it where it moves in kind of a funky way. Kind of delays it from hitting its target. We'll try that for a bit and see. If I put piercing on there, we risk getting ourselves killed. I don't like that. We'll shoot some bad guys and see what happens with this wand. This may be one of those moments that we're better off having a spark timer over a spitter timer. That way it releases the payload a little bit early. Is there a way to delay the release of the payload? Asking for a friend? Yeah. There's actually a spell that's literally that exact purpose right here. Delayed spell cast. So a static magical phenomenon that casts 3 extra spells after a short while. So what you would do is you could literally put, like, let's say spark timer, then you could put the delayed spell cast, then you could put the payload after it. So you would shoot, then you would see it just all of a sudden something sitting there kind of waiting for a moment, and then it would fire off the group. There's other ways you can do like a delayed spell cast as well, but that one's pretty straightforward. Is Dark Flame player safe? Yeah. Unless an enemy shoots it, of course, or like, you know, that one enemy that actually shoots out a dark flame is his only projectile. Could you create a before... Can you create a before wanna that works in reverse? A before wand, I'm guessing is what I meant. Can you create a before wand that works in reverse, like small teleport bolt behind you and travel around backwards? So you want a tele wand that travels... back. Yeah, you could like where you have to, like, you point to the left, you shoot to the left, and it teleports you to the right. Yeah, you definitely could make that happen. I don't know why you would want to, but it's I don't even think it would be that difficult, honestly, because you just need like the front and back spell, which I don't really see one right now, but shredded him. Good enough for me. Repulsion field. Repulsion field's kind of an interesting one, because it does, I believe, push all these flames around, which actually may end up adding some serious lag. Screw it, we're gonna grab it anyways. Actually, no, it performs pretty well, I'd say.
Whoa, whoops, oh! I dropped my monster condom that I used for my Magnum Dom.
Magnum Dom. Shouldn't bouncy projectiles work nice with Dark Flame? I'm actually not exactly sure how that would interact. Huh. I'll have to try that out. I don't know what to expect out of that. Obviously the individuals wouldn't do anything, I don't think, but the initial projectile would bounce. Maybe, oh, deadly heal. Huh. Alright. Interesting. This has a Omega, a Tentacle, and a Spells to Power in the last mountain. That's pretty funny, because that's like a lot of the pieces to creating a damage recursion wand. Sure. Is there a way of having Toxic Sludge next to water without them combining? Toxic sludge next to water without them combining. Well, sometimes that can happen just because the water isn't being stirred. If water is idling, sometimes it has to be stirred slightly to get them to combine better. So you can see it in that situation. If you do some crazy fungal shifts, sometimes I believe some broken shifts... Actually, no, I think even a broken shift should usually result in it mixing over. There could be something with a broken shift, maybe. Latali says a broken chain or water fading in the mines. There you go. Actually, let me move the freeze to my... yeah, to this here. Oh. A little scary. I'm lining up for the Hell Orb. There is an orb down here. We're trying to do a 31 orb run. We're pretty much in a place where we can just go around and start collecting orbs. The only thing is that I haven't got like the money prepped or anything to make sure that we have a boss killer. There's so many different ways we can go about killing the boss. I'm trying to decide which one sounds like the most fun. Chat seems like they'd be very unhappy with the damage recursion. They said the build is small PP. Because it's a tentacle damage recursion that's like really common for using it on real, like strong bosses. You can kill any boss in the game with one build. Kills all bosses no matter how strong. Because it's essentially the infinite damage build. But it can be a little sad seeing the same build. It'd be fun if you had a damage wand theme every run, like nukes, saw blades, or bees. Problem is you're usually at the mercy of RNG, so you could say like, oh, this is a bees only run, but you may not see bees until like the third parallel world. Which if you're in the third parallel world, likely your run's already kind of like snowballed. But people aren't exactly like, oh shit, is it gonna be a, you know, is he gonna use them to survive? It's like he's fine. Chat already knows it's in the bag. Killing all the bad guys. Grabbing the orb. Alright, so we have 2 more orbs to grab here. One's over near Kolmi. And the other one... wait, where is the other one? Oh yeah, it's over to the left of Snowy Depths. Whoops. You got a bingo, Bobo? Give me one moment, we grab this. So the only other orb that remains in the main world is the orb that is right next to Kolmi. Or not right next, but to the right to him. So that's... I don't want to head all the way back down there just to grab that one orb. Because I'll have to grab it at some point, or I'll be in that area at some point anyways. I'll just grab it then. Grabbing just a little bit of gold over here. Just a tiny bit. Alright, let me get the music loaded up. Where is it? Looking for it? Oh yeah, Bobo, I got you, man. I got you. There you go. There's the brief stream version.
I really wish you guys
Put some
could see this
ambrosia
guy right now.
on.
He is drenched.
Going on an adventure. Okay, yeah, Bobo, sorry. I didn't want to click it in the moment when the DuckTales was going, so I didn't want to interrupt the music, and then just being a lazy bum. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Builds a wand utilizing an always cast. Wait, did I utilize? He said he linked something. I may have to check that. Let's see this. Another wand here. It says utilizes the always cast. That's not utilizing. That's just having an always cast, right? Must contribute to the wand, not just be present. That one, that does not count. That, come on, Bobo. It was not for the purpose. You fired it? It literally explains it in the fucking tooltip, not just be present. Wand was for healing. Okay, test 60, help me out here. Declares he's opened the shop. All right, sure. Stunned? Actually, I don't even remember if that one has happened. Probably a freeze, actually. Builds a self-healing wand. Oh yeah, I'm still holding on to this deadly heal from before. I guess every wand was like a self-healing if you count it because of the one perk. Holy shit, almost killed myself. I'm with Bobo on this one. What? Used it to heal. The always cast wasn't for healing. Yeah. Chan, how do you guys are, your lawyering skills are dropping off. This is one of your worst semantics arguments ever. Like, it's literally covered in the thing. Wasn't just present, actually served a purpose. Its presence served a purpose of healing. It's like, what? No. You drunk? Sending your ass back to law school. Orb collecting. That's what I'm fucking up. I guess we'll grab the 2 on the surface whenever we make our lap back up there. Remember, don't take the portals. It will take you back to the main world. And that is bad news. Ooh, tinker with wands everywhere. I'll take it. I'll take it, I'll take it. I don't think we need the horizontal, but I'll grab one of them just in case. Hey Dunk, I got a new job as a process technician where I work with slam every single day, which is the Swedish word for sludge. It's great, but I wonder if I will ever get to work with Dunk too. What's up there? Then they both died. Well, then they both died. I hope you're having a fantastic job or fantastic experience at your new job. I don't know if fantastic is the best word. I hope it's good enough that it doesn't make you go crazy. I think most people are satisfied with that these days when it comes to jobs. As long as you don't have something soul-sucking, that's the good stuff, right? And then you got me, who lucked out, and I'm a man-child, and I get to play video games and hang out with you guys all day. Living the good life. While you're out there contributing to society. Actually being helpful. I love it. Hell yeah, man. Great. Hell yeah. That's fucking awesome, dude. Which orb isn't present in the parallel worlds? It's the lava orb, like where it's like one of the easiest to get orbs, where there's that huge thing of lava. Oh, there's a water material right here. That's a big deal. That is kind of a big deal. Yeah, whenever you pull up the map, which I thought I had it open over here, but I guess I don't anymore. When you look at the map, you see you got this huge thing of lava. You probably recognize this right by the first zone. Everybody's seen it before. Probably died to it. Took a swim. There's a little orb down there under that lava lake. Most of the time I just go in from the side and grab it. But if you look at the exact spot, but in parallel worlds, you'll see that it's a huge empty spot. So that takes the orb with it. That's why it's a 31 orbs in the main world, because it's 11 here, and then the missing one here makes it, instead of 11, 10. So 11, 10, 10, making it 31. Which is what we're hunting out right now, the 31 orbs. How do you dupe orbs? Basically, orb duping has to deal with traveling such a far distance that you kind of bug out the game engine a little bit. I think it only takes like 7 parallel worlds, something like that. And you have to jump 7 parallel worlds in a single, like, kind of teleport, I guess. And it will cause things that are at the resulting, like the spot that you land at after the big jump, to dupe. It causes like the orbs to dupe if you have an orb laying there, spells to dupe if you have spells laying there, wands to dupe. Whatever is laying there, it will dupe them. Even enemies, creatures and stuff will dupe as well. Pretty goofy stuff. Oh, that kind of thing? Yeah, it's like an engine jank. That's why you really don't see me do it a lot. It's kind of fun every once in a while to goof around with, but I usually don't like the stuff that's like, hey, make the engine throw up until it eventually gives you, like, you know, something crazy. Because when it comes to engine jank, it's like limitless. Like, I mean, or yeah, unlimited. It's there, you can dupe the main character. You can actually have multiple of your main character existing, and they will fire wands. You can have them both shooting off their own wand. It's like you're playing multiplayer with yourself. But it's because the engine kind of breaks, and it gives you, your characters actually ends up spawning twice, which whenever you're controlling stuff, it means you're controlling both of them, and it just gets crazier and crazier. Yeah, you can dupe Kolmi. That actually happens to a lot of people accidentally, because whenever you're doing that shit where you're trying to dupe, you're jumping 7 parallel worlds at once. Remember that Kolmi's area stays loaded in. So if you ever accidentally load in Kolmi and then you go to do the duping stuff, sometimes you accidentally dupe Kolmi, and whenever you'll be like, oh, I duped, 20 of this orb. That's crazy. All right, well, time to end the run. And you'll head down to Kolmi, forgetting that you had loaded them in earlier. You'll start the boss fight, and then there'll be like 20 Kolmis or whatever. And you're like, oh shit, I did not mean to dupe all these. If you're curious why I'm going this route, it's because don't forget that there is an orb down here that you have to go through the wall to get access to. I guess you don't have to. There's different ways you can get there, but the easy way is to go through the wall. Did you already get another bingo for real? Oh wait, no, your last bingo. Oh, I see what you're saying. Hold up. That's what you mean, because your last bingo was a failure. I forgot. I was thinking your last bingo was a success. So I made a new one because the other card couldn't go further. Red Kelly says, seems legit. Give him the Monster Muppets. Aw, and he's trying to be a nice guy with it. I can't reject it now. Then I'll just be an asshole. Bobo. He's too damn powerful. Yeah, Mind's Eye, but it's no big deal. I mean, it's just meant to be like a fun little system, so it's held up. It's done a good job. The only earlier, I guess you were probably asleep before the noise had went off in your attic. We were having a debate because you even specified on the card about the always cast, and Bobo was trying to bust out his lawyering skills. He brought out the suit and tie, and he was like, listen, the always cast that you was on the wand played a crucial role in how you use that wand to heal. I was like, what? No, it didn't. Because it literally specifies on it that it has to be utilized in, like, the wand. Like, it can't just be that it was present. And, yeah, but basically your clarification kind of, like, shit on his lawyering attempts. If it pleases the court. If it pleases the court. I would like to call a witness. Fucking woke. That was it. It was Bobo in your attic. He was fucking pissed about that clarification you made. He's like, you son of a bitch. You didn't even give me a chance to fight my case. He already tried to get me one and you denied him. Alright. There you go. There's your bingo wait, what? Did I fucked up the bingo master glasses. Award. Monster. There you go. Now it's correctly awarded. The bingo master glasses to Monster Muppets, but it was Bobo's bingo. He just gave it away to Monster. So if you have a bingo card, you have to clear it off. Shoot to the left. Alright, and now we're going for the orb. If I can line it up, that is. Okay. Nice. Is there a point where a copied Alchemist in Parallel Worlds drops spells? You can just find the Alchemist again in Parallel Worlds that drops spells. Like, you know, picture where the Alchemist normally should spawn. It'll be in the same spot in a Parallel World. But the ghost forms of them, no. They shouldn't ever drop spells. Not that I know of. I can't think of them ever dropping it for any reason. Yeah, they drop money. I think they do give a little bit of money, don't they? That's about it. Same goes for the bridge one, I'd imagine. Ding. I think the best way... Yeah, I gotta start taking a different route. This route was kind of sloppy. At some point when you get close to the boss area in a Parallel World, it looks like it's an unloaded chunk, but that's just where this area, like what it looks like in Parallel Worlds. Whole lot of nothing. Yeah, see, there's the East Lab. It's an empty space. But, ooh, don't go swimming in that lava too much. We are looking for the orb over here. Holy shit. So many dangers. First time I killed the Alchemist, I killed him 4 to 5 times without getting a key until I stopped using plasma beams. He says where he just kept destroying the key as it was dropping it. Like, it's not dropping it. To say he drops it 100% of the time, so something clearly wasn't right. If you're curious, I haven't been grabbing those hearts because I don't want to deal... I mean, like, if you ever accidentally grab them, I have ambrosia. So if I mess up and I grab it, it starts to hurt me, I just put the ambrosia on myself, and you pretty much just have to idle for a minute or so, letting the ambrosia block all the damage. If something happened and I was to not have ambrosia, because, you know, sometimes you just don't find it, or I accidentally break the flask, or just whatever, I would quickly build a healing wand. Like this, piercing and deadly heal, and then I would use this to try to sustain the curse damage that's coming in. So I'd be like, hey, let's see if I can, there we go, try to sustain whatever damage it throws at me. I'm trying to make my way up to the surface. We're getting there. Alright. Kick. Come on, get out of the way. Wait, what did I do? Oops. accidentally spawn them in, so we gotta be careful. 18. Did I say 30? 20. Like, it's off by a little bit. This one I should be at 20, next one I should be at 30, then I go back to the main world and grab that one orb. Put me at 31. 19. How hard is it to elaborate how parallel world teleport wands works? It's pretty simple, actually. There's different kinds of world teleport wands, so I can't, like... The general concept is, you know, with teleporting, normally teleport is you just, you know, you're here, you shoot a teleport to the left, it teleports you to that location. This teleport, though, if it flies very far off the screen, it has this problem with, like, being shot into an unloaded area, which means that, like, the teleport bolt is, like, not being tracked. So basically, it just doesn't teleport you there. Okay, what the hell, this guy's... He's all over me. So you end up, you can't just, like, shoot a teleport bolt a far distance and get it to teleport you there. And so that was where, for the longest time, that's where we thought, you know, teleports kind of ended, I guess, if that makes sense. Where, like, you just couldn't jump an insanely far distance because of the limitations of the engine. But then, Gigabrains out in the community found a way to make it where you can teleport from point A to point B, point A to point B being like any distance apart from each other by being creative. So for example, you can, instead of just shooting a teleport from point A to point B, what if you spawned a deer at a point far away from you, and then you swapped places with the deer using something like the swapper? Which the swapper spell being this is just one wand build, by the way. I'm just like I'm pointing out like a general. You got to get creative with it. Where is the swapper? Swapper? Hello? It's like a oh, right there. Swapper. It was theorized that the source of was that Qualia would be transferred, but it turns out it was the whole body all along. So basically, you swap places. So instead of being able to teleport and just jump, instead, you spawn a deer in a far away world and then instantly swap places with it. So that was like the early days of world tele wands and people actually being able to, you know, jump 10 parallel worlds, 20 parallel worlds in like in a second. And then the wands got more and more creative over time, and the devs even added in a couple spells which helped with some of the parallel world creativity. I don't think they added it for the purpose of parallel world wands, but it just happened to be where it did help with some of the builds to make them even crazier, even more potential. Yeah, and there's homebringer ones. So then, yeah, from there, once you understand this concept of being like, okay, so you spawn a deer far away from the player and you swap places with it, from there it just becomes math, where you're like, okay, well, if I shoot this spell over here, it spawns the deer right here, and then I swap places. I want the deer to be further away. Somebody did all the calculations, and then if you, let me see, world tele, is this, see what this gives me. People in the community took the time to do different calculated versions of that. This is the exact one that I was describing, where you see there's a deer and there's a swapper. So you're going to swap locations. All the other stuff is playing a role in sending the deer a far enough distance away so that whenever it like spawns it in, let's see, deer swapper with copy trail, accurate new game travel wands. So this one takes you almost exactly one parallel world away, left and right. So if I'm standing at this location here and I shoot it to the right, it is already pre-calculated to jump me to this exact location, but in a parallel world, meaning I would land here. And you could jump as many parallel worlds as you like. But yeah, if you really want to dive into it, I'll link this in the chat. The people who gigabrain up these crazy builds and stuff, they put a lot of time into explaining each build too, so you can learn different kinds and like why, for example, this one uses a deer, but then you can see down here there's a build that there's no deer at all. It actually is an inner spell homebringer build with an orb timer, and then There's all different kinds. I'll link that in the chat in case you're interested and you want to dive into that. To learn about the insanity. George says it's calculating pixel distance and spell lifetime. All-seeing eye is usually added for its constant lifetime. Yep, there you go. If you mess up the divide bys, you can tell these 76 worlds by accident. Oh yeah, there's definitely, you gotta be careful. One divide by or an extra divide by and stuff in the wrong place, sometimes you can send yourself way further or way shorter than you intended. Or if you're just shooting it in the wrong direction. If you're like, every once in a while I'll be like, oh, let me go one parallel world to the right, but I'm like kind of, my cursor isn't exactly to the right, and so I end up shooting it like diagonal or some shit. Just go flying off into nowhere land, which is why you tend to use stuff like horizontal to keep that from happening. Where was I? I'm lost. Oh, there we go. This build seems to require many relatively rare spells. How do I even suppose to find them all in one run? Seems pretty hard, if not impossible. No, so you gotta remember that there's hell shops. Once you kind of get to like the god run, like your runs, like right now, my run's in a really good place. I could say, oh, I'm gonna build a, you know, if I want to take the time, I can go build one. Probably, depending on which build I go with. Like, let's say I was to want to go with this one here. Could take me anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours to collect these spells. Really, it would come down to like little details, because the divide bys would be very easy to get. Add trigger very easy, refresh easy. We already have the speed up. Phasing could be a pain. Could be one of those spells that I'm looking around forever. Homebringer could also become a pain. Inner spell. There's like certain spells are very easy. Certain ones like you can get hung up on. I mean, I've had a build just kind of accidentally fall together, and I wasn't intentionally looking for it. And I've had builds just because the game was being a huge pain in the ass that took me like 4 hours just to get the resources. But it usually comes down to the hell shop. The hell shop is an area that is filled with a lot of the resources that you need. Hell shops will have a lot of them. Like the divide by spells, there's usually lots of divide by spells down here. You also got to remember that the little islands have good concentration of spells. So majority of these wands that you look at, 80% of the wand is actually very easy to get. Like 80 to 90% of the spells are usually like so easy to find. It's those last couple that you end up getting hung up on that sometimes can drag the run out for a long time. And that can happen with anything, right? Like imagine you're doing a run and you were like, oh, in this run I want to do an explosive projectile build. Well, a lot of times it's pretty easy to get explosive projectiles. But if you ever said, hey, if you ever say, I'm doing it this run right now, that's the runs that you tend to get stuck on because the game, just the RNG is set up in such a way that you're just getting unlucky and you're not getting it. Noita'd is more about being adaptable. You get these resources, work with what you're given. But if you try to force it, if you're rigid and say, I want this precise thing, that's where you can start to have runs drag out and it becomes a little bit scary where you're just like, oh, it's taking forever. All right, I took the portal on purpose. That's going to take me back to the main world because I need to go collect the orbs in the other parallel world. Is there a difference between the hell shop and the heaven shop? No, the only difference it would be like the heaven has a lot more dangerous stuff. There's an enemy that shoots chaotic poly. Wait, yeah, it's chaotic poly, right, chat? Not polymorphine. It's one of the polymorphines. I don't know. I tend to forget about it because that's how rare I go up to the heaven. I forget which thing I'm afraid of. It's one of the polymorphines. He bleeds it and he shoots out the polymorphine, and because of that, that makes the zone way scarier. That is true. The heaven area is way more accessible. So, you know, it sounds silly because, you know, heaven's like, why the hell is heaven more dangerous than hell? But hell is also a lot harder to get to since it's at the bottom of the map. Meanwhile, heaven, I mean, if you're willing to, like with tablet, for example, tablet, you can levitate infinitely with tablet. So if you want to, at the very start of a run, you grab a tablet, you could technically just tablet levitate your way all the way to heaven right from the beginning. Now you would still need money because the spells are expensive. But the fact that you could access it right from the beginning is kind of wild. I could actually go Angry Ghost, and we could kill the boss that way. If you're curious why I'm kind of dancing around right here, it's because this perk right here, the Angry Ghost, I can actually copy the Hungry Ghost, the Heart Mage projectile, and if I copy his projectile, I can then use it to insta-kill the 31 Orb boss. Not insta, but really fast. I do have a video on my YouTube channel where I actually did that. It worked really well. I was impressed. I saw that video 2 days ago. You melted the boss. Yeah, I was shocked that it did that much damage. Like, mathematically it makes sense, but still, it was like, holy crap. Why not do a speed-based build to change things up a bit instead of going for the usual infinite recursive? We haven't got any crits, so I was like, I don't know if it's going to be worth going down that road. We saw an acceleration earlier, but I was like, without the crits, I really don't like the acceleration build much. Just go for the mage trick. You're stalling for so long, we know you want it. We know you want it. How do I feel about that wording? Keep going down. Go. Another orb. If you're curious how I know where the orbs are, it's because they're consistently in the same spot until you go to New Game Plus. New Game Plus is where the orbs start to have variance in their location. That's where things can get a little tricky. But we're not in New Game Plus, we're in the regular world, allowing for consistency. Can you briefly explain your build? Looks cool as heck. It actually isn't anything too exciting. It's just the more Path of Dark Flames I put in here, the Fee copies all of them. So Fee casts a copy of every projectile type spell in your wand. So everything that's in this wand gets copied. That's why I just jam-packed some zero charge Dark Flames. They're not the best. Realistically, it'd probably be better just to have lots of chainsaws in there. But I wanted to get the value out of it. Then I put homing and heavy shot on it, and that's it. It's just tons of Dark Flames with heavy shot homing. And oh, and the reason I put it on a timer is because I'd rather it be where it delivers it early. Because Dark Flame's kind of weird. Dark Flame has it where, like, when it hits the enemy that it's aiming for, it kills off the Dark Flame. So if I put it as a trigger, what would happen is when I fire it into enemies, the Dark Flame would be created and then die instantly without creating any of its trail. So the timer delivers the Dark Flame way earlier than it should. That way it has the time to, like, create this whole, I don't know, kind of like a nice visual. So for example, if I get close to this guy and I just fire this, oh, actually that wasn't the best example. Holy shit, there's a lot going on here. So when I get close to an enemy and I fire it, you notice that there really isn't a lot of Dark Flame, like, traveling around. But if I stand far back and I fire it off, you'll get to see the whole, like, flames all going all over the place. That's mainly what I'm interested in. Just for cool visuals. Jam or jelly? I say jam. Jam is badass. I mean, I probably eat jelly more often, but jam is like the more exciting one, I'd say.
Do you know the difference between jam and jelly?
Jam is like where they take the actual, like you actually get some of the fruit in it, you know? I think it comes from a lot of the like seeded stuff, like strawberries, or wait, raspberries? I guess you can have strawberry and raspberry. Meanwhile, grapes are like, jam, it develops from the uterus of the plant. Wait, what? Wait, what? Jelly is more of like a fakey, right? Like, I mean, yeah, jelly you get more of the, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like you boil it down into like a concentrate and then it's just made into like a gel, while the jam, you just like crush it up and you're like, boom, it's a jam. Obviously they add in like sugars and stuff. Would you be willing to do another Everyone Loves LARPA run for YouTube? I'd consider it. I'd consider it. Jelly adds gelatin, jam is boiled with sugar. Okay, so jam's the boiled one. Wait, jelly has added gelatin. Is that the only thing? What? Because, for example, there's strawberry jelly and strawberry jam. If I'm eating a strawberry jam...
You can't jelly a butt friend into a bald cap, but you can jam one.
Oh my god. For example, like strawberry jam, I'm expecting like there maybe like some seeds and stuff in it. Usually like a much stronger, like a strawberry flavor, maybe. And if I don't know, it just seems like it's more real to me. But maybe that's just how I'm just delusional. Meanwhile, the strawberry jelly just tastes like a more like fakey kind of taste. Jelly doesn't have seeds. Yeah, it's not like the mashed up fruit of it. Jelly doesn't necessarily contain gelatin. That's nonsense. Oh. We don't even have jelly in New Zealand. It seems so weird. I feel like if you only had jam your whole life and then you had jelly, you would probably be a little bit disappointed. But the reverse of if you only had jelly your whole life and then you had jam, you'd be like, oh. Depending on if it's like the kind of jam you like, though. I don't know why I specifically think of strawberry. Like, when I have jelly, like, I'm usually having grape jelly. And then if I'm having jam, it's usually strawberry jam, which I'm not even like a big strawberry person, but I do like strawberry jam. It's my jam. The jelly slash jam combo is giving me deja vu from like 3 years ago. Yeah, I feel like we've discussed this before. I feel like we had a discussion. I can't even remember, though, the results of the discussion. Jelly on pancakes is pretty good. I'm all about it. I love those kind of toppings, like a jelly jam or just like butter and powdered sugar, that kind of stuff. Hell yeah. Something like pancakes and just syrup on their own, kind of boring, in my opinion. They need to be like some kind of like, you gotta have some kind of special pancake. Can't just be a chill pancake on its own. Too boring. All this talk of jams, and I'm kind of wanting something jam-like for breakfast. Well, it's breakfast time. It's not my breakfast. I've been up all night. But it's breakfast time, damn it. Good morning, Friday. Good morning, Friday. It's Saturday. His username's Friday for anybody who's confused. Oh, come on. Don't touch the heart. Wait. Is it the pyramid one? Is that the one that I left? Not the pyramid, the altar? It's Monday where I am? What planet are you on? Clearly, you have to be on another planet. Are you a corned beef hash enjoyer? I don't know if I've had corned beef hash since being like a little kid, and I remember not liking it much as a kid, but you know, my taste buds have changed since then, so I may like it now as an adult. Ah, fuck, that isn't the one. Which is the one that I left? Ooh, blueberry syrup. Dude, have you seen some of the syrups they got these days, Lord Nuxter? They've gotten a little out of control. Yeah, I like hash, but I don't know about corned beef hash specifically. I can't even think. Yeah, mine's says I have I like corned beef hash, but sometimes it's ass depending on where you get it. Honestly, I can't even remember the last place I even saw corned beef hash like, available, like to order. Not the same hash I'm talking about. Boys smoking it. Sorry, in my head I'm trying to go over the orbs that I've grabbed and which one I could have left behind. I don't remember which orb I left behind. Was it not the bridge one? Oh shit, I hope you're right. That would be really nice. I don't remember going in the bridge area. That would be nice if it is that one. Yes, you were right. Good call there, National. I was like, because I went to the other parallel world and I grabbed stuff, so I was trying to remember which ones because my memory's kind of all bleeding together right now. And I'm like, which world was that in that I grabbed the bridge orb? So I guess it was the other parallel world, not this one. So yeah, I avoided grabbing the curse heart. I don't get the 25 HP, but I don't have to deal with the curse. I mess it up sometimes. It's not like I'm 100% consistent. Nah, I didn't have to build a world Telewan today. We were kind of just chilling, enjoying the journey. Now to decide on how we're going to kill the boss. I'm going to do the heartache method, yeah. That's probably the easiest one. Well, it's not really easy, but it's a fun one. Can you apply heartache like 20 times a shot so the boss is basically 1 HP? That's essentially the idea that we're going to try to do right now. Just got to find the mountain that I left that shit in. You still have one more orb to get? Yes, I know where the last orb is though. Alright, so Angry Ghost. Angry Ghost, you grab it at the last fucking moment, because this guy is going to be a huge pain in the ass. He is super annoying. So if I shoot a black hole, he's going to copy it. As you can see, he copied the black holes and he's going a little bit crazy. I'm pretty sure I didn't kill the heart mage at the end of doing the heart mage trick, did I? I don't think I did. Why does he not copy your teleport bolt? It has to fly on top of him. The projectile you want him to copy has to fly on top of him. So if I shoot my see the little guys right here? I shoot it over him, and now he will copy my teles. You know, now he has them. That's where I grabbed that heart, and I did the heart mage trick, meaning the heart mage should be... There he is. Okay, I think that was close enough. Yeah, now he's copying it. I doubt I'll be able to keep this one on him. He's probably going to copy my teles. Probably. Or my black holes or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Oh, 30 orb. Oh yeah, my bad. I didn't grab the last one yet. Thank God. You've been like, what? I was sorry, I just got distracted. I was starting to think about how I wanted to set this up. So we'll have to reset that guy's heart mage thing in a moment. Because, well, unless I can keep it, I doubt I'll be able to keep it though. It's kind of crazy that I kept it for this long. Dude, what happened to this lava over here? Still riding it. Ah, there he was. I couldn't see the red ghost because it was it was the same color as the damn cursed rock. It was camoed. Not now, weebs. Not now, damn it. Here we go. 31 orbs. Weebs, no. Dude, this is what happens when you have Angry Ghost. Like, please, stop telling me backwards. Stupid Angry Ghost. Alright, so all we have to do is go... We have to go get our little buddy to copy the Heart Mage attack. Then we run over here, and we spam the Heartache attacks at this guy when his shield's down. This gets kind of tricky.
It's time to stop.
Weebs are muted.
It's time to stop, okay?
Okay, so this is going to be kind of tricky because the boss spams a ton of attacks. So if something happens and one of the attacks flies over our little buddy, then he will overwrite his attack and I'll have to go
Have you ever not said, not now, to the weebs?
True. Weebs must always wait. It's never their time. Yay. I'm firing off water spell and that's it. That way I can spam it and not have to worry about my spell overriding it. The issue is the boss's attack right here. I may have to go all the way back if one of his attacks... No. No. Oh, he copied it. You piece of shit. You piece of shit. Fuck, I'll be right back. I was so close, man. Gotta get moving. That boss is frisky. All that effort just for that damn electric thing to get in the way. The heart right there. I left the whole time, didn't I?
Now you fucked up.
Now you fucked up.
Now you fucked up.
Oh wait, it's right here.
You have fucked up now.
There you go. Come on, little buddy. Come on. No, get... There you go. Alright, we're back. Oh, boss is coming my way. Hopefully he doesn't do an attack that I don't see coming and then just the ghost overwrites it. That will suck. So remember, every time an enemy gets hit by a heart here, it halves their health. The boss currently has 3... Is that 132 billion? Yeah. Oh no! No! There's a 0% chance. Oh my... This... Holy shit! That is the most aggressive that guy has ever been in his life. He was frisky, man. Come on. I'm trying to not be near this area because I don't want the boss to kill my friend. No! We had him! We had him! So his shield seems to be permanently like staying down or some shit. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. Damn it, look at his health bar, man. It's so low. Where is he? Oh, there he is. There. No! No! Dude, he's being such a pain. Stop being annoying. Every time I get over there, it's like a new projectile just overwrites it like immediately. No! What is going on, man? Every time. It's like, alright, I'm here. And then he's like, fuck you. Oh, no, he's near. He's near. Stop overriding my shit! You motherfucker! Wow, look how low we got him. Like, this is kind of crazy. I've never fought him I've never drug him out of the arena like this, but it's actually much scarier than fighting him in the arena. His AI is a lot more chaotic. Like, it does this thing where it kind of sticks to you, and if he shoots a poly in that moment, I imagine it would just kill you. I think he killed my friend. My friend is dead. I have to go make a new friend. What's the backup plan? I just go get another heart mage. We almost had him like several times. It's just every time another projectile would override it, like right afterwards. Yeah, note to self, never fight this motherfucker out of the arena again. He's dangerous. He scares me. I don't think it's worth it. Oh, we can make it happen, don't worry. Meat Realm probably would be a better place to fight him, but...
Can Kolmi take curse rock damage?
I mean, maybe, but it'll be so minor. You gotta remember his entire health bar is, like, ridiculously massive. 132 billion, and he's taking, I don't know, like 1,000 DPS at best. Probably not even. Yeah, it would not go well. The fuck, man? Where's the heart mages? Guess I could just go to the, I forget, is the pocket of mages den over here? Wizards den, yeah. Okay, okay, what do we got? Oh shit, Kolmi's coming. Kolmi, chill. Dude. Is that... Oh, that's Kolmi. Let's see how much my damage wand does to him. I wonder if his health bar moves at all. Look at that damage, you guys. Look at that big damage. That's huge damage. A little bit of lag, though, I gotta say. Hey. Okay, let's not
I
let's
really
not
wish
die.
you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Drenched in sweat. Alright, where's a heart mage at? There'll be one around here. Alright, Kolmi, he's here. He's frisky. Heart mage, where are you? The common zone where heart mages spawn. That's why I'm in here. Oh, I should heal up just to be certain that nothing goes terribly wrong. Come on. The fuck? Piercing, deadly heal. There it goes. Pain in the butt. Alright. Nope. 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 Homie, chill. Where the hell's the heart mages at? Like the least heart mages I've seen in this zone of all time. Plenty of snipers though, which they are pretty common here. That isn't too surprising. Okay, apparently there's just no heart mages in the whole meat realm, which is normally pretty full of heart mages. It's kind of weird. Alright, guess we're going to meat realm number 2. Lucky us. Well, meat realm number 2 is located right near the wizard's den, so if that goes south, then we look for the wizard's den. I'm gonna try to stay on the edge, so if I actually do find the heart mage, I can quickly scurry back and maybe some of my spells are killing him. Definitely possible. Oh no! My friend! Where is he? Kolmi was chasing me for a long time. Now I'm moving kind of slow. Let me stand still for a bit. He should catch up to us eventually, right? He must have got bored, maybe. I had to get near the heart mage so that the heart mage would shoot his attack. So my angry ghost friend would see his attack, and now my angry ghost has copied his attack. And I'm just waiting for Kolmi to show up, which he's very near now because his health bar was near me. As long as he doesn't just like jump onto me, because those moments are scary when he like latches onto me. Oh, come on, man. I wasn't paying attention to those. I was looking for a Kolmi. Where is he? What the fuck? What the... I don't even know where he's at. Is he in the wall? Just jerking it? What? What? Why does this health bar keep disappearing and then reappearing? He must have aggroed to something. Oh wait, he's near, he's near. There he is. He is real. The One Piece Kolmi is real. Now I have to go all the way back down here. Travel all the way down here. Oh shit, hold on. Oh, there it was, there it was. Oh no, the sniper shot went... Those little bastards! Fuck off!
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in
What
sweat.
the... He's right around... Oh, he's right there. The wall is fucking protecting him. Oh my... What is happening down here with these snipers? Every time I cross this ledge, there's a new fucking sniper shot flying over, you know? There he is, there he is, there he is, there he is. There he is. Where? Son of a bitch, where is he? 245? Are you fucking... 14! 14! I'll kill him the old-fashioned way, I don't give a fuck! He picks up... I pick up an orb when his health is like crazy low. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. That one was a lot more chaotic than the last time. I'll have to remember that.
Wow, you go big guy.
I'll have to remember that. Basically, if you want to do the heart technique to kill him,
I really wish you guys could see this guy right now.
do not bring Kolmi out of his little natural habitat because he moves around like a fucking lunatic. Sometimes he just jumps on top of you and sticks to you like glue. Other times he's like fucking off just fighting random ass enemies. Who knows? But I do have a video on my YouTube channel where I did this exact thing for the first time, and that's why I knew that it would work, because I did this exact thing in I don't know how many months ago it was, but I was really impressed with how well the angry ghost like just spams the heartache attack at him, and it just obliterates his health bar. Yeah, we did it on Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was on Valentine's Day. I forgot what the purpose was. Somebody in chat suggested it for Valentine's Day. Breaking Kolmi's heart for Valentine's Day. It was a solid suggestion. And now that we killed 31 Orb Kolmi, we're zooming our way to the top. Does the Kolmi HP buff real time if you have salt and pick up orb? Killing infinite HP Kolmi win? I haven't done that yet. Chat's talked about that, trying to see if you can push his HP bar up. I'm not sure. I've never tried it. We'll see. How would you increase Kolmi's max HP? What he's saying is you would... Could you use the heartache trick on Kolmi? Because the heartache is a debuff that's temporary. So after it expires, your health goes back. So you temporarily half Kolmi's health, then you pick up an orb. Does Kolmi all of a sudden gain HP when you pick that orb up? And if he does gain HP, then when the heartache expires, would it make his HP go like insane? I don't know. So yeah, maybe we have to do some science tomorrow. Perhaps. But for today, it was just a chill 31 orb run on today's daily. Our run got a little bit janked though. One more chance. I was too lazy to head down to the Dark Sun. I was too lazy. But our daily run today actually crashed in the second zone. So we didn't have to restart the whole run, but whenever we reloaded it back up, it definitely seemed like things were a little bit funky. So if you go to play your daily and after like the second zone have some maybe different results, I don't know how much things were affected by that crash earlier today. Do we get any TI after this? Probably gonna chill for the rest of the day because we're gonna play some noita'd later today, you know? If you have time and feeling lazy, why not watch the All Boss Seated? We'll do it tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, if you guys don't know, Yolk has been cooking. In fact, Yolk, I have a lot to talk about with that because you are one crazy bastard, man. You are one crazy motherfucker. If you guys haven't looked, Yolk has been going actually insane. I don't know the exact stats, but I think in the last week, he submitted like 5 world records in the noita'd section. I don't even know how that's possible, but yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's happening. Kolmi heartache experiments win. We may do it tomorrow, actually. It really depends on my mood. My mood's been up and down this week, you know, after some family stuff going down. And you guys know me. I usually am pretty high energy. I try to be high energy. But, you know, it's been a little bit shit lately.
You can't even do one TI bet. How useless can you be?
Hey! Kuba's always, at least he's consistent. He's consistently angry. But yeah, chat's been so awesome. It's been, you know, you guys have been pretty much the highlight of my week, just giving me good energy and stuff. So thanks for being there for me, guys. It's definitely made things a little, you know, more bearable, you know. But I'll be back in about 15 hours, and yeah, we'll be playing some more noita'd. About 15 hours. Sound good? It gives you the exact amount of time you need. 15 hours gives you guys time to take a nap, a solid 12-hour nap, eat some food, you know, write down some strategies for killing me in Twitch integration, maybe talk to ChatGPT about how, like, maybe you could ask it, hey, how can I possibly beat the greatest noita'd player of all time in Twitch integration? It will give you some advice. It'll be terrible advice, and then you can rage in the Twitch chat whenever it fails, you know, inevitably. Yolk? Whoa. I said the greatest of all time, not pretty darn good noita'd player. Pretty darn good noita'd player, I'll give it to you. That's Yolk. We said greatest. Latali? Okay, come on. Let me throw you guys at somebody's channel before you guys make me rage. Before I have to start banning some peeps. Throwing you off cliffs. I am queuing up a raid for Daw, who is playing modded noita'd at the moment. Sorry, I'm gonna get everything loaded up here. I'm frantically clicking around. He is a Japanese noita'd streamer, so try not to take over his chat with English. I don't want him to have like a bad experience with the raid, but we've raided him many times. He's always seems to be cool with it. And even if you don't speak Japanese, which I do not, which I think most of you guys do not, though we do have some weebs, so I know some of you guys, like Latali, have been learning Japanese so that he said he did it for one purpose and one purpose only, so that he can turn subtitles off when he watches anime. And I was like, that's, you know, that's dedication. Okay, maybe Latali didn't say that, but still, I can sense that was his reason. I could sense it. Yep, he's hardcore, man. I don't even remember what I was yapping about. He's playing Noita, modded Noita. You'll have fun hanging out with him, but he's actually the real deal. If you guys don't know, he's one of the best Noita players out there. He's actually a god at Noita. Even though he's playing modded Noita, so it may be a little hard to tell right now. But yeah, he is a monster in the Noita community. So even though you don't speak Japanese, if you speak Noita, you'll quickly realize he's the real deal. Hinners, random chat, Casty, Dylan, Sunforest, Lewd Waifus, Hinners, Renophilia, Cryzed, Joker, Poquito. Sorry if I miss any names. I'll be back in 15 hours. Thank you, chat. Deuces.